Yeah.
Okay, audio live, desktop not for the time being. Hello everyone.
Reach. Hello.
We were just talking about DSiWare, which is a weird thing that there should not be a reason to talk about DSiWare in January 2021, but here we are.
I don't know that I agree. I mean, at some point, this will happen. Like at some point, the DSiWare is going to go away,
Yes.
and
Hopefully
and
not before the 3DS eShop goes away.
right. But it'll be a conversation worth having at some point.
Yes,
Um,
I truly think that the 3DS eShop is going to live for at least 5 more years, I would hope. At least.
that's longer than I thought you were going to say, to be honest.
Um, like they learned about licensing terms and durations. But, like, this was their third digital storefront, so it is uh pretty up to date.
Yeah, we did touch on that on the episode where the DSiWare shop itself and
Oh
the
yeah,
Wii
that's going.
channel felt really not abrupt, but really like, well, time for them to go.
Yes.
Um,
Uh
and even the Nintendo Network, or not Nintendo, the Nintendo Online service that was GameSpy powered.
oh yes, Nintendo Wi-Fi connection.
It was very much like, well, time for it to go away. And it's like, really?
Well,
Is
that
that
one
really
wasn't their fault, but
No,
yes.
no,
That was, I mean,
no, it wasn't.
that was their fault for a business partnership they made in 2005 that they didn't know how it was going to end up.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And that was our point, was that, those inelegance in those first few systems.
Yes,
Um,
when they were relying on external partners, and then you saw that 3DS onward is 100% internal for better and worse.
right. And it's even if it had been 100% internal the whole time, even if the entire system, you learn lessons over
Yes.
the course. So yeah, I mean, like we made a joke that the we made a few jokes at the expense of the PS3/Vita interfaces.
Oh my god, the PS3 face fucking thing is literally unusable.
Yeah,
Uh
the cross-functional bar.
oh no, I'm just talking about the store, the PS3 storefront.
Oh yeah, but it's based around the same crap.
No, the PS3
It's
storefront was based on the PS4 storefront backported to the PS3, which couldn't run it.
oh good. Well, so see, it came up for us because we had an email in our inbox talking about the Vita
Oh,
stuff,
yes.
the Vita store going away. But it's not that the Vita store went away; it's that you can't buy stuff on the app or the website anymore.
Yes.
And it
Same with
was like
PS3, yeah.
people basically forgot that you can buy Vita stuff other ways because why would you try to use the interface?
The interface is so bad. Yeah. Okay. Um. All right. It is 8:02. Guess it's not happening. Thought something was going to
That's
happen exactly at 8. We were a little wrong. Maybe it'll happen in the middle of the stream. Who can say?
that's fine.
Yes.
Taking a break in the middle of the stream to talk about something else might not be the worst thing in the
Yes.
world.
PokePal points out, in case, yeah, James, in case you haven't used the PS3 like on-device storefront in the last 3 years,
Probably
high,
been about that.
genuinely, really, like, it is probably like in the same level of looking, checking in on TV. It's worth popping in to see what that experience is like for like 5 minutes.
I'll have to boot my PS3 up for the first time in like a year.
Genuinely though, like, actually, that is probably something. Well, no, 'cause you can't easily stream from the PS3. You need a specific cable. But like,
Yeah,
that is
I have
something
it.
to. Oh, well, if you have it, like, that is fucking stream worthy for sure. Like,
Um,
it's an absolute, literal, like. People give Nintendo, rightfully, a lot of shit for their online storefronts. I'm not saying that, like, the DSi shop or the Wii shop were good in any way. But what they literally did with the PS3 is right before the PS4 came out, or a little after, they updated it to try to unify the PS3 and PS4 storefronts. It barely functioned on PS3, and then they just put their hands up and walked away. They just basically took the storefront that kind of worked, made it so that it was actually almost completely non-functional, and then just said, our work here is done.
I mean that's basic. So it works, but they backported the PS5 interface to the PS4 as well to a certain degree. The new store interface, it's different.
There's a new store interface on PS4?
Well, no, there's a new store system, isn't there?
No, just the website.
Oh, okay. All right.
The website is the same, and the app is the same now for both. But no, the PS5 storefront is unportable back to the PS4 because for the first time ever, they finally built the store into the console OS from the ground level. It's not an app you launch into, which also allows for system and store-wide searching at any part of the system interface.
Gotcha.
So I can go in and just search like Demon Souls or Demon, and the first thing it'll show me is Demon Souls installed. The second thing it'll show me is Demon Souls Deluxe Edition in the storefront, and then the third thing will probably be a movie. Similar to how Xbox does it when you use the search functionality. But
that's the old Microsoft search.
But it like puts them in very, very distinct and separated categories based on like, is this a game? Is this a movie? Is this a TV show? So it doesn't just blend them. And they have little thumbnail icons over the product icons that says, is this PS4, PS5, or both? That said, downloading games that have both on PS5, as you've probably heard, is a nightmare.
Yeah, I've heard that it's the most confusing.
It downloads
crap.
both, and they're named the same thing.
Why?
Because maybe you want the PS4 version. I don't know. And then, even better, people... trying to word this. People were launching the PS4 versions of games that they bought on PS5. Like, people bought Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, downloaded the 150 gig PS5 version and the 150 gig PS4 version, and then just launched the PS4 version, and they didn't know. The same thing with Destiny. And straight up now, they put in the shallowest band-aid they possibly could, which is now, if there is a game that has PS4 and a PS5 version, and you have both installed at the same time, and you go to launch the PS4 version, there's now a pop-up that says, looks like you're about to launch the PS4 version. Did you mean to launch the PS5 version? Instead of, putting that at the download screen.
Yeah, or just not downloading the PS4 version if it's a PS5 version, like
Yes.
Microsoft does.
Yes, Microsoft doesn't let you have the Xbox One versions of games that have a Series X version. For PlayStation, you're allowed to have both, which specifically they allow you to have both because they don't guarantee that save data will carry back and forth.
Right.
So, it took a while for, Spider-Man Remastered to be able to import Spider-Man PS4 save data. And so, for what it's worth, and because that's on a per-title basis, they let you have both, but, there sure is no elegant system. It's really... People really made fun of me when, I was communicating how the Series X and Series S upgrade to Manifold was going to work, and I made a big deal of it publicly, being like, it's smart delivery. I promise you're not going to have to worry about it. It'll just work. And people were like, I mean, no shit. And then the PS5 version came out, it's like, oh, maybe smart delivery was a really big deal. It's like, not making the consumer think about it is a really big, strong play. I'm not allowed to, East Demon.
It does do, the smart delivery does do a little bit of weird stuff. For example, if you have the disc for a game and it goes to install it, it'll install the Xbox One version. And then when you go to launch, you'll say, oh, I'm downloading a patch. And it's F you. That's not a patch. It's the whole goddamn game.
Yes. It frames it as an update.
Right. Where like if it was the most optimum version, what it would have done when I put the Xbox One disc in, it would have said, "Hold on, let me go to the internet and see if there's a series version of this game. Oh, there is. Let me grab that instead of doing the install step and then
Yeah,
doing the
that
update."
is.
But that's still many steps beyond what the PS5 is doing.
Yes, yes. You are correct. That is like the one time where like the one instance. Well, there's also like if you're when I moved from my Xbox One X to the Xbox Series X, I had everything in an external storage, so I just
Right.
popped it out, put it in, and then I did have to like press A on the games I knew had updates that were installed to trigger it to check the internet to see if there's a series version, and there was, and so it was like, we got you, and then
Yep.
I never worried about it ever again. It was so easy. I will say, PokePal, installing both is not necessarily a storefront issue. Like, the storefront is very, very fast about telling you, is this a PS4 game, a PS5 game? Do you get both? Is there cross entitlement? What are the features of each? Like, it's very. That's fine. It's the when you start the download, and the nice thing is that is easier for them to fix. It's just very clear that they shipped this not thinking it was going to be an issue. And then the pop-up Band-Aid was clearly just like a, fuck, we got to get something in before the holiday.
This is people are getting really confused because I mean I'm sure they have usage stats where
I'm
would
sure
see,
they
like,
have usage of like, oh, why are so many people playing the PS4 version of like No Man's Sky, for instance? The PS5 version is on PS5. The PS5 version is free. Fuck.
shit.
I'm sure that I'm sure there's a lot of usage data there. They ask you very upfront on the PS5 to select what level of telemetry you're providing, and
Yeah.
I assume that a lot of people pick the default option, which is metadata,
Yeah.
and
Which
that would be enough.
I would guess even the most restrictive version that allows any exchange would be able to say this is a PS5 running a PS4 game.
Yes, I think even the most restrictive is like, I think it's just like, what game are you playing, and like what games have been downloaded.
Yeah.
I think that's
and,
like the most restrictive.
and even beyond just like the metadata collection, like they could just look at the account data. I have
Exactly.
an account that has a license grant to play this game. It is playing the PS4 version on the PS5. That's not even necessarily like their metadata tracking. That's just literally like what are my accounts doing?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Yes, it's a problem you don't think about until it's in practice.
Oh yeah, I mean we've definitely like I looked at metadata stuff at work and went, what the fuck?
Yes.
Like guys, we need to do something. This is really stupid.
I think that I specifically think this design problem, and this is not me as a developer, this is just me as a someone who has done some design work in the past. I think this is just an instance of you stared at your own system for too long, you lost sight of how easy that was, and getting focus tests, especially for the last year through COVID, is way, way, way harder right now.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably just like everyone in the team understood it. And that doesn't mean that it's communicated well.
Yeah, I mean I do focus testing once a week. Or well, I did. Not so much anymore. And yeah, we always did them online. But it's harder now just to get people to like set aside time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, okay, well, fuck. But if you're talking about testing new hardware, you can't do that online. Well, not easily.
Like what do? Do you just screen share over like Zoom or Parsec and just be like, all right, tell me what button you want me to hit on the controller and I will. Let's navigate. Can you navigate this OS via voice control over Zoom?
We did it once with literally sent them pictures as they told us what button they pressed, and then I would just flash up a screenshot of where they now are.
Amazing.
I thought about drinking really heavily during that meeting. I was like, oh, this is a nightmare. I'm gonna go downstairs and just drink. This is a horrible, horrible experience.
I bet.
But it there for us it was the logout button. Basically, like the button, how it was labeled was kind of on. It was like quit, which is fine, but you don't really use quit in a web interface.
Yeah.
And so people just kept fucking logging out of the website. So we would basically saw a thing that said like 2,200 logins in a day for a user population of like 400. I'm like, what the fuck? And then we realized like every time they would clear a transaction, they would quit the app.
Hell yeah.
These were our own internal users.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, you fucking idiots! What are you doing? So you're like on the phone. Please stop quitting the application.
So for everyone who's just joining us, welcome. The numbers keep going up, and I think we've talked around before we get started enough a little bit.
Send help.
So, James is going through every Nintendo published game and ranking them. And we're not saying, does this game hold up? We're saying, like, what is this out of 10 in the year it comes out? And
Right.
that gives us a cumulative average score for each year, or in the case of 80 to 83, a group of years. Please, everyone in the chat, before we really get started, confirm to me, because I thought this was happening last time. One, both of us are audible, and more relevantly, because I think we are based on the comments. But two, can you see the years at the bottom of the screen? Because someone at the very end of the last stream was like, it would be much easier if we could see the years. And thank you. Okay, you can see the years. And I was like, that should have been on stream the entire time. Whoops, it got cut off. Okay. So, learned from all the mistakes of last time. We're ready to do this. Just as a refresher, 80 to 83 got a 5.4. I'm rounding. 84 got a 6.5. 85 got a 5.5. 86 got a 5.5. 87 got a 6.5. 88 got a 5.57 or 5.6. 89, 6.6. 90, 6.9. Thank you to Super Mario Bros. 3 and Final Fantasy for lifting that one. And for the worst game being Pinbot, the weird horny pinball game. 91, 6.2. 92, 7.5. 93, 7.5. 94, 6.5. Because of Space Invaders on the Game Boy. 95, 5.04. Because of the arcade classics for Tank and the Virtual Boy for tanking everything. 96, 6.5. 97, exactly a 6. 98,
You did it.
7.4. 99, 6.47. There were some highs, and there was also Disney's Beauty and the Beast board game adventure.
Yeah, which neither of us had played, but we actually looked at it and we're like, oh, this is.
That's a 2.
Oh god. Oh dear God.
6.47 for 2000. The Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy did not help with that either. Nor did
Again.
Hey You Pikachu. Yes, please get your browser ready, GX. There's going to be some research on some of these.
Hey You Pikachu.
There's one year specifically that I'm thinking of. 2001, 6.9.
Not a bad year.
No, pretty great year. And then that's where we stopped. We stopped with the Pokemon minis.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready to start with 2002?
No, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Animal Crossing for the GameCube. This is the Western release, not the fact that Japan had already gotten this game.
Tabutsu no Mori.
Yes.
I actually really liked this game when it came out.
It's
I
really
spent
good.
a bunch of time with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say it's an 8.
Awesome. NBA Courtside 2002. I think this is the one that has Mario in it.
No, that's NBA Street.
Ah.
NBA Courtside. This is the last Kobe Bryant licensed game.
Mm-mm.
So this was Angel Studios. This
Gotcha.
this might have actually been the last Angel Studios Nintendo game. It was fine for where it was at that moment in time as a basketball game. I can't remember. Are we doing decimals?
No, not at all.
Okay. Mm, it was lesser than its competitors in the field. So I guess a 6.
Okay.
Like it may be a 6 or a 7. So we'll go with the 6. There were multi-platform NBA games that were better than it.
Yes.
So that's a knock.
Eternal Darkness, a game
In
that
the Go
yeah,
ahead.
a game that was much better and more playable at the time than it
Yeah,
is
in the
now.
moment, that game was kind of shocking because it basically said, "Oh, fixed camera angle shit from all the Capcom games," which they were on what, like 6 Resident Evils at that point.
4 or 5, yeah,
Yeah,
2002.
because
They'd done 1 through 3 at Project Veronica and X.
an X, so they were like they were working on Zero. Zero wasn't out
Yes.
yet. Okay, so we'll say 4. And basically immediately came in and said, "Y'all, here's how to do aiming better. And here's how to set the camera angles better." So I'd give that an 8. I mean, it was a legitimately good game. In the moment, I might have given it a 9.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, actually, you know what? I'll give it a 9
Okay.
because I played it. I played through it 3 times. Like I must
Yeah.
have liked it a lot.
That is a game that was destined to age poorly from a gimmick perspective.
Yeah,
Like,
but it
as soon as TVs changed how they show volume, for example.
right. But in the moment, it was pretty damn cool. And in fact, I got by that game so hard.
By the memory
A
card.
couple. Yeah, the memory card one.
Yep.
Like I just walked away from the game for like 2 days.
I'm I'm really impressed that Nintendo would allow that through cert ever in a million years.
Here's the thing. I had it happen. I had a memory card fail,
Yeah, like
and it
that's,
looks just like that.
yes, that is genuinely like, damn. Okay, Nintendo. Um, at the time,
Because I got it at like the dead ass end of the game too. So I was
oh
like,
god,
"Oh, it's all gone."
yeah. At the time, Super Mario Sunshine.
At the time, Super Mario Sunshine.
At the time, I would have given it like a 6.
I would have given it like an. Personally, I probably would have given it a 7 at the time.
All right.
I liked it, but I remember at the time being like, "Man, there's some fucked shit in this game."
Yeah, I. Mm, mm,
In that playing it now, my opinion on it is much stronger. At the time, keep in mind there had really only been a few games at that point like it. There had been obviously the Mario 64 had come out. There had been fucking Croc on the PlayStation.
yeah.
There had been a wasn't there a Dreamcast platformer in that vein?
I don't know.
I think there was.
Likely.
But
yeah.
that was really it. Like Sony hadn't done their mascot platformer stuff yet. They had done the Dragon game, Spyro. But Spyro's a little bit different.
Wasn't Jack also 2002? Same year?
Okay, so Jack might have just come out. Yeah.
I think Ratchet was after, like, 2003 maybe, but like I feel
It
like
was- it
Jack
was
and
later.
Sunshine were around the same time.
Yeah. Sunshine might have come out first because it came out in the summer.
Jack 2 was 2002. Jack 1 had already come
Oh.
out.
Wow. So even then, there weren't a ton of games like this yet. We kind of have this weird thought process of like, I mean, and the Banjo games.
Yes.
We kind of have this weird. It's weird actually because there were other ones. There was like there was a Mickey game. So there was some of this on the N64. We think about like, oh, the era of the 3D platformers. It really wasn't that. It really wasn't an era. It was like there were companies that were active. Jack 2 was okay. Jack
But
1
Jack
was
1
2001.
was- yeah.
Okay.
So Jack
Okay.
1 was still safely out by now.
Right. But still, it wasn't a ton of these games.
Yes.
And it would have been very impressive to look at, to say the least.
Yeah. The water was like, it was a technical accomplishment with the exception of, technical polish maybe.
Yeah, like
it felt unfinished at the time.
Yeah, it's sort of the opposite of Zelda, which was also unfinished. but like they cleaned the game up for its release, more or
Yes.
less.
Whereas Sunshine seemingly got all the content in, and then just
Right.
pressed the discs immediately.
Sunshine was like, this fucking game needs to come out in summer. It's August 30th. Put the fucking game out. Like, that's
Yeah.
what that game was.
What a fucking nightmare that game is. I would have probably given it a 6 at the time. Now, gun to my head, 3.
I wouldn't go that far. It's too functional to be a 3, but it's
Oh.
it's got real. Because look, here's the thing: you have to think about the depth of how dark the 3D platformer space gets.
Oh, no, believe me, I know. I am holding its lineage against it on this one.
Yeah, and
I'm holding
I'm
the franchise against it on this one.
I'm
like-
gonna avoid doing that.
Like, I
But
know.
yeah, it's
I'm just
if-
trying to
if-
highlight that, like, my at the time and my now, even for me, who
Yeah.
hates this game more than you, still big gap.
if Nintendo had another shot at it, and look,
Oh.
we could talk about how we feel about the remake, the re-release. It's a re-release. It's not even a remake.
They added, 2 things, and one of them breaks things. So,
Yeah, the remaster.
Yes.
It's if they had another crack at it, and it could actually put resources on it.
press the
it would be-
button.
Yeah, it would be a much better game.
Likely, yeah.
But they didn't. During a pandemic, they put 3 games on a cart and said, "Get it out the door. We need something fucking on the calendar." And guess what? It worked out for them. That re-release made them $1 bajillion.
Sure did. Although I assume most of it was for Galaxy.
I think a lot of people just don't remember Sunshine.
That's fair.
And,
A lot
or
of
they-
I
they're-
did see a lot of people realizing what Sunshine really was through this
They were-
collection.
or they remember the images of it in their head.
But like the actual playing of it, yeah.
Right. They don't remember the fucking. All right, you got the shine on the stupid blooper. Now dismount. Oh, you
Or
missed the shine.
every single shine in the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Moving on just a
Magic-
little bit.
Magical Mirror starring Mickey.
Have
I've
you
never-
played? Oh, it's hot trash even at the time.
I haven't.
It's
so
an-
Go ahead.
It's an adventure game with fixed camera perspective, with really floaty and bad controls, where it's unclear what the buttons even do half the time.
It was a launch game, right?
What?
Or launch
No.
window.
No, we're in 2002, James.
Oh, you're. Oh yeah, you're right.
We're after Sunshine.
So it was on the box of my launch GameCube, and I know it was in the promotional material leading up to the launch because there's that image of Mickey looking around at the floor while all the utensils are running around.
Yeah, no, this is maybe April, May of 2002. So if you wanna talk about launch window perhaps, but it's fucking dog shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know enough to review it. So Disney Interactive made it. No, wait, no, Capcom made it.
Yeah, I would
Nintendo-
honestly give it somewhere. I would not give it lower than a 3, and I would not give it lower than a 5. Or not higher than a 5.
I mean, I haven't played it, so I have to punt. What's it? All right, so here. This is interesting. So Capcom is the developer.
Uh-huh.
Disney Interactive is listed as the publisher on the box,
But it was actually published by Nintendo.
and Miyamoto is listed as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
It's what? Who actually made this fucking game?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Oh my
Anyways, definitely don't pop it on what's definitely not an emulator, chat, if you definitely want to see what the fuck this thing is, because it really is what the fuck am I playing?
At the time, Nintendo Power gave it a 3.8 out of 5.
Oh, I thought you were going to say out of 10, and I
And
was
if-
going to be like, yeah.
Oh no! Websites that are listed reviewing it. One of them's ours.
Hell yeah, what did they give it?
7 out of 10.
This game is fucking dog shit. Who wrote the review?
Uh,
It was a Johnny Metz. I'm only asking because he wrote the Sunshine review that I still give shit over.
I got a. We didn't get. Our reviews here, but they didn't cite it, which is
Right.
stupid.
So you have to go
Uh,
Google it.
I mean, yeah, I'll just go to the site listing and pull it. What's annoying is we used to have a wiki page and somebody deleted it, so
Oh, that's
we no longer
rude,
have it. Yeah, they said it's not relevant. I'm like, what the fuck,
bitch.
ass?
Um,
So we lost that. That was a bummer. So let me go find it because now I want to know. Probably not Johnny, if I had to guess, because it
well, this
well
is John
2002.
Lindemann.
It might have been. It definitely wouldn't have been
I
Johnny.
know.
David Tremmel.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah, let's see what his pros and cons were. Pros: aim squarely at young kids. GBA Link, which is a GBA Link with Magical Quest. Okay, that would have been fairly novel at the time.
Yes.
That would have been a very early GBA Link game.
Yes.
Good music. Point and click adventures like this don't come often.
I
Cons
mean,
are all right. This is actually pretty funny. So his first pro is aim squarely at young kids. His first con is aim squarely at young kids.
yep.
His second pro is GBA Link with Magical Quest. His second con is GBA Link used poorly.
Yeah.
Then it's good music and limited amount of music. And then it's point and click adventures like this don't come often. Point and click adventures like this shouldn't come often.
What? And then a 7?
Then he gave it a 7. All right, so his breakdowns. This is back when we used to do score breakdowns. Graphics 7. I can see that.
Yes.
Looking at the images.
Yep.
Sound 8. I don't know.
Sure.
Control 7.5. It's a point and click adventure. I'm not sure.
They fuck it up.
Yeah.
I promise you,
Yeah.
they fuck it up.
Gameplay 7. I don't. Last ability 6.5. Final 7.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Anyways.
It looks okay.
Yes, it was graphically okay. Star Fox Adventures. Not Assault Adventures. This
I
is
know.
Dinosaur Planet.
Yep, this is Dinosaur Planet. At the time, I would say about a 7.
I mean, people were really confused by it at the time.
Yeah, they were. But at the time, I played it and I was like, this feels like a knockoff Zelda.
Which is exactly what it was.
Yeah. And there's like the moments where Rare stuck their head out from behind the sofa.
Yep.
And did Rare things. Like that was always the moment where you're like, oh right, this is a Rare game, including the ghost shopkeeper who won't let you pay too much for products. No, that's too much.
Yes.
And I'm like, just tell me how much the fucking thing costs then, game. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Yes.
The Baphomodads, which they actually had the audacity to call the findable thing Baphomodads.
Yep.
The weird flying segments, and one of the greatest rants. And Carly is good for rants. She is good at coming up with rants and just letting a rant out and just going for a long time on a single topic. The greatest rant she ever had was, why is Andros just hanging out behind an ancient statue? How did that happen? What the fuck's been going on in this universe? Why was he there? How did nobody notice that he was literally behind this statue?
Yep.
Has he been there for thousands of years? How did he get there? Fox walked past that statue 10 times in this game and didn't notice Andros was there. Was he asleep? Did he not say something? Or was he just laughing to him? Like, he just went for like 90 minutes on this one time.
Good.
And I'm just like, just keep going. No, you're fine. And it's just like, do you get my? Oh no, I followed. Keep talking. I'm interested in this. And I'm like, oh my god, this is insane. Like, by the way, this was on the floor of PAX.
Good. Excellent.
Just apropos of fucking nothing.
Perfect. Next we have Mario Party 4. So here's your reminders about how the previous game scored.
Yes.
Mario Party 1, 6. Mario Party 2,
Yeah.
8.
Right.
Mario Party
the highlight.
Mario Party 3, 7.
The
Mario
burn down
Party
begins.
Mario Party 4 is the one people just describe as they just ported it to GameCube and called it a day.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna go here and say we're in the. We have some dissent.
People tend not to like 5. I think 5 was the one with the mechs. Anyways,
Let's go look at them and make sure we know which one we're talking about here. Mario Party 4 is just Mario Party.
yes, it's just the first GameCube one. There's not really much there.
It is and Mario Party. Mario Party 5.
Mario Party
Uh,
5 has introduces a story mode and a mech battle mode because they got bored of making
yeah, but
Mario Party.
it's basically just Mario Party still.
Yep. 6 is the one that introduces the microphone. 7 is the second one to use the microphone. 8 is the Wii launch window game that's all waggle. And then the series goes dark for a long time.
Did they do one every year on GameCube?
Possibly.
2005,
There was also Advance for one of the years. And DS.
2004, 2003, 2002. So except for 2001,
No,
they did one.
2001 was Mario Party 3 on N64.
Yeah, but except
Yeah.
for 2001, they did one every year of the GameCube's life.
Yeah, this shit was constant and it sucked ass. So what's Mario Party 4 rate?
I don't have any specific memories. I'm just gonna say we're gonna keep burning down 1 point until they change it up. So
6.
now we're down to 5.
Oh, we're down to. So
Is 6 the next number down?
it went 6, 8, 7.
Okay. All right, 6. We're just gonna keep dropping a number until they change something.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a while. Metroid Prime for the GameCube.
At the time, like how I feel about the game, I have to divorce it from how the game was received. This game was received resplendently.
Yes.
I don't think it can be a 10 though. I think
Oh.
there's too much weird shit for that. The boss battles are too long.
Yeah.
While they did make a first person game with jumping that felt okay,
Yep.
I would say that's the limit. It felt okay. But I don't think I can go past a 9 going down either, just based on the reception.
Okay. 9 it is. Next is Game Boy Color game, only one on the list. Hamtaro Ham Hams Unite. Because they had the Hamtaro license for a while.
They did. They made a bunch of them in Japan.
Yep, but these are the ones that came over. It's an adventure game.
Yeah, so they came over because for whatever reason, Cartoon Network started showing Hamtaro on Toonami around this point. Their action anime
Yep,
block.
I sure remember.
Because it's anime and therefore it goes with a bunch of shows about fighting.
Yep.
So here's Hamtaro in the middle of like 5 shows about intergalactic war. It's fine. Everything's great. This is how you
Anyways.
build the successful programming block.
Yes.
I did not play this game. I've heard people say not bad things about it though. Like it's okay.
I've played the GBA one, maybe 1 or 2, but I have not played the color one.
All right, so I'm looking at the wiki article for it.
Yep.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 published reviews listed on the wiki article, including ours again. I'm going to give you the range of scores, and
Oh boy.
I've never seen this before.
Yep. Is it like 3 to 9?
Eurogamer 7 out of 10. Famitsu 28 out of 40. So somebody
Wow.
didn't pay.
Yeah.
GamePro 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
IGN 8 out of 10. Nintendo Power 4.1 out of 5. NWR 3 out of 10. XPlay 3 out of 5. It's
You guys really hated this one.
well, Ty reviewed it, so
Of course.
So
Why did you give this one to Ty?
I didn't work for the site
know.
then.
Ty.
Like that was asking for trouble.
I
giving that
wonder
game
if he
to Ty.
remembers it.
No, because he can't do like multi-part combos on it.
All right, so we're gonna give this a 6 or a 7 and move on.
Sure. I've never seen a review spectrum like that.
Amazing. Let's just give it a 6 and move on. Super Mario World: Super Mario Advance 2.
Super Mario World : so this is the GBA version of Mario 2.
No, this is the GBA version of Mario World. Super Mario World. Super Mario
Oh,
Advance
for
2.
fuck's sake! This fucking series. This
Hey, at
this
least-
goddamn series.
At least this one fucking says the name of the original game in it, unlike Super Mario Advance 1.
Yes, or Super Mario Advance. What did they get up to? 4?
Yeah, it goes up to 4.
Yeah. Oh, this fucking series, Jesus Christ. So this is Super Mario World with less buttons.
Yes,
That's a problem.
it sure is, and with a tighter aspect ratio, and I think a few
Yeah,
performance issues.
it does. Yep, I've played it. It's got some issues. Um, honestly, like,
But portable
I'm
Super
gonna
Mario
say,
World.
I'm gonna say a 7 because it's portable Super Mario World. Not that many years after Super Mario World came out, when you really think
Yeah.
about it.
Yep. Less 1 decade or 11 years.
Yep, but it's if they had nailed it, it would have been a 10 because
Yep.
it's fucking portable Super Mario World. But they didn't, so it's a 7. Because here's the thing, even a bad Super Mario World port is still Super Mario World.
Exactly. Disney's Magical Quest starring Mickey and Minnie.
This is the game that has the
Yes. Link.
the link.
I didn't play this one.
I don't know anything about this game.
All right, deleting it.
Yep.
Um,
Just out of curiosity, let's see if NWR reviewed it. It was Disney's Magical Quest?
yeah, or Mickey's
right.
Magical Quest, or something. Yep.
Mickey's Magical Quest. Let's see. This is the one that's been on like fucking everything.
Mm.
Starring Mickey and Donald.
Sure.
Oh no, the Great Mystery Circus starring Mickey and Minnie was originally on Super Nintendo and it was remade to GBA. This was the Super Nintendo GBA remake
Oh,
era.
yes.
We do not have a listed review for this, but 7 out of 10, 26 out of 40, 3.5 out of 5 from GamePro, 5 out of 10 from IGN, 2 out of 5 from Next Generation.
Perfect.
3.5 out of 5 from Nintendo Power, and 73% from an outlet called Superplay.
Perfect.
But this is a mix and match of review of different versions
Oh,
in the
gotcha.
review. So IGN gave the GBA version a 5 out of 10.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's probably got issues. I want to say 3 is also a port. Yeah, so 3 is a port of a Super Famicom only game.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We can just delete it.
Yeah. Next, Yoshi's Island: Super Mario Advance 3. Same
God
year.
damn it!
Yeah, this one
so
fucking
weird. Yeah, weirdly, Yoshi's Island probably survives the port a little bit better because the button issue isn't as pressing.
But the technicals.
Oh yeah, the technical issues are there. I actually played this when it was on Wii U.
Yes, because they didn't put Yoshi's Island on Wii U. They put the GBA port of Yoshi's Island on Wii U.
Yes, and how they adapted the Mode 7 stuff is actually not bad considering. Because there are other GBA games that adapt Mode 7 that do a much worse job.
Yes. Thanks for reposting, GX.
But this isn't a great game. In its virginal form, this isn't a great game.
Mm-hmm.
In this particular port, even though it's a reasonable port, it's still not a great game.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say 5 and just leave it.
Okay. Next up, we've got Game & Watch Gallery 4, which, now that we're on GBA, they're fitting a ton of games on the cartridge. So if there's one thing to say for it, it has a lot.
And they're doing work on them too.
Yes.
Like they look decent. So this is actually how I played Game & Watch Boxing.
Yes.
So I actually think this is a pretty good collection.
Yes, this is where I was hesitant to really say anything much about Game & Watch Gallery 1 through 3. 4 is where it starts to like make sense as a value proposition. Like you're getting what, like 20 games?
Yeah, you're getting a ton of games. So
Yeah.
I would actually say this is how I would have wanted to see the Game & Watch collection go. So I'm fine with giving this like a solid 7.
Sounds good. I'm sorry if you're hearing clunking noises. My upstairs neighbors are running around.
That's fine.
Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland on the GBA.
This is another port, right?
Is it? I'm really thinking that I thought this was original, or it's either an original or a remake. let me.
Let's see.
There's a
Kirby's
bunch of
Nightmare
Kirby
in
games.
Dreamland. Oh, this might be based on the anime. Based on the art.
Um,
There's because it's Kirby right back at you art on the cover.
It sure is. It is a remake of
Uh,
Kirby's Adventure.
of Kirby's Adventure, which is a good game.
It features updated graphics and sound and new subgames. And it sure looks like a native GBA game, which I always like to see in my remakes, is that it looks like a
Yes.
native on the target platform.
Especially because they were doing NES ports to GBA,
Yes.
like Monsters. Oh, this looks nice.
Yeah.
This looks really pretty.
I would honestly, yeah, this looks like probably like one of the definitive, like, this is probably the way I would recommend go play that first game. It's probably also a little less cruel than the original.
I got really good at the original game because I played it like 20 times.
It's cruel.
Pokepal
says it's the remake, but it replaced one of the mini bosses with a monster from the anime. Makes sense. Right Back at You was pretty popular.
I would assume it's pretty good.
Yeah, what did we give the original?
Let me go look at the yeah. Can you look that up? I'll go look at how it was reviewed in the moment.
Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy, you gave a 7.
Okay. Oh well, that's the Game Boy game. This would be the NES game.
Oh, Kirby's Adventure. You're right.
Yeah.
So that is you gave it an 8.
Okay.
It's better, but it's also a lot later. So this is post Superstar, but there still hasn't been that, like, there hasn't been a Kirby Avalanche yet. That's coming later.
Right. They haven't come. Well, there was that one year where it was like, here's 4 of them.
Oh yeah, here's the golf game and the pinball game in the same year, but like.
Let's see. GameSpy wrote, "The simplicity means you can enjoy." Okay, yeah, okay. They're just gonna. They thought the game would be best enjoyed by children watching the anime at the time. GameSpot agreed, explained the game was not as deep as Metroid Fusion. No shit.
What?
But it was suited to young players or young of the heart. Eurogamer found it difficult to recommend at full price because it was a remake and also a short game.
Sure. So that's just them saying it's good, but there are new games coming out. That seems to be really what they're saying.
So, all right, here you go. GameSpot highlighted the multiple layers of scrolling and transparency effects, which on the GBA would have been a lot.
Yes.
And other visual flares as an improvement over the original. However, they did not think the game was visually up to par with other GBA titles such as Yoshi's Island and Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance.
Perfect.
Anyways,
are we giving this like a 7 or an 8 and moving on?
Yeah, we'll give it like an 8.
Okay.
It doesn't listen. It's not as good as Harmony of Dissonance graphically. Oh, what a sin.
Metroid Fusion. Speaking of, came out around the same time.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and give this.
It was received very well at the time.
It was. Yeah, I was gonna say 8, but it's probably a 9.
Yeah.
It was really well received.
Especially the fact that it came out same year as Metroid Prime, and you could have old Metroid or like Metroid Prime.
Yep.
All right, this next one, the GBA version of Link to the Past with 4 swords on the cartridge.
So I played this at the time. This is actually this was my first time playing Link to the Past. Because remember, I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I could only play it when I was at my grandparents' house, and they didn't have this game. It has the button problem.
Yes, it does. You're in the menus a lot more.
Yep, and the screen is smaller.
Yep.
But Four Swords Adventure is pretty cool.
Not Four Swords Adventure.
Four Swords, what's it called?
4 Swords.
4 Swords. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
It's not as cool as Four Swords Adventure.
Yes, we'll get there later.
But it's pretty cool. I'm torn between. Yeah, it does work really well. Let me go look at something real quick on this one.
Okay.
I want to do a quick comparison.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Sure. I'll fill the dead air with my voice, my sultry voice. Oh, okay. Yow. All right, I'm looking at the reviews for this release at the time, and they are resplendent. They are absolutely glowing. Like, we're talking 9.75s, 9.8s. At the time when this game came out, let's go through the reviews. Let's just go through the fucking reviews. Game rankings has a 91.7 aggregator. Metacritic has a 95 out of 100. 1UP gave it an A. GameSpot gave it a 9.2. IGN gave it a 9.7 out of 10. Yeah, let's I want to go see what Nintendo World Report gave it. Because while you were out, I noted that the reviews at the time
Yep.
were like 9.7s.
Yeah, pretty much.
We gave it a 10. So I'm gonna say this is a 9.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so it must have been a very good port, because these are people who played the original and still gave this game a fucking 10.
Yes. So that means that 2002 together, even with Mickey and Mario Party and Hamtaro and Yoshi's Island on GBA, gets a 7.13, which is really good.
Yeah, that's up there.
If that is what your entire year of output averages out to, and you put out 15 or 16, but we only rated 15 products, you had a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, all right, that was us 2003.
I keep checking my inbox to see if it's landed, and it hasn't yet.
It'll probably be at an hour mark.
Yeah.
All right, first one, Wind Waker.
Holy shit. I played Wind Waker, beat it, and then immediately played Wind Waker again.
I think that people only started really, like, and this happens every Zelda game, but, like, I feel like it took like a year before people even started being willing to mention, like, that third act could have been a little tighter.
Right.
The sailing could have been a little faster, but, like, at the time, everyone was just like, holy fuck this game.
Yeah, like, this is a 10 to me.
Yes.
I played this game, and again, I'm reviewing it retroactively, not necessarily just for myself. Like, I don't know that I would have given this game a 10 if I had been a reviewer in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a reticence to go there.
Yes, you
but
do.
This game was like I played it, I finished it, and then I remember going with my mother grocery shopping after I finished it, because I finished it on a Saturday morning early.
Mm-hmm.
We came home, and I remember immediately going back upstairs and starting a new save file. And I think I played it, so I think I beat it again about 4 days later. Like, I just rampaged through that game.
Yeah, that game is fucking fantastic. Completely agree with the 10 for Wind Waker.
We're talking about Wind Waker GX, so enjoy your banana bread.
Next game, also on GameCube, also 2 Ws, Wario World.
So
Thank you, Treasure.
Let's talk about Wario World for a second.
Guillaume and I, the site or the game?
The game. Guillaume and I both, independent of one another, acquired complete in-box sealed copies of Wario World like a decade ago.
Excellent.
And neither of us have opened it, despite the fact that we keep agreeing we should both just play it at the same time. And now I know that a sealed copy of Wario World's actually worth a little bit of money. So I have another copy.
Hell yeah.
But I haven't played it. I know roughly what it is. It's a beat 'em up, and it's not a particularly great one.
And it's not long either. It's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's Greg's not beef with the game. He likes it. He likes it for what it is how he describes the game.
Yeah.
But even he's like, this game is really short.
I've never gotten a straight answer from Nintendo. So this is public knowledge. This is going to seem like it's not. But truly, until about 6 years ago. WarioWorld.com was Nintendo's developer website.
Yeah, it was.
Like, that's where you went to get developer tools and information.
That was where the Project Cafe stuff first leaked out of.
Yeah, because they fucking made it so that you could link to confidential PNGs without being logged in. Which is a real... Anyways. But I've never gotten a straight answer as to why the hell that was called WarioWorld.com. And I just had to pick, like the banner on the website before you logged in. So I'm only talking about before you log in, because everything was confidential, obviously. But before you log in, it just had, like, the fucking Wario in a pile of gold that was on the box. And I'm like, why? Why did that URL that you obviously purchased for the game just become your developer site?
I have a guess.
Is it just because that was their least visited URL?
I'm wondering if they just never actually launched the website for the game.
Oh, that might be it. Yeah.
So they just had this URL lying around, and they're just like, well, fuck it.
No one's gonna guess this.
Yeah. Because I remember distinctly it just being like, here's the images of WarioWorld.com, and here's all the shit that's just leaking out of it, because you can just link to shit.
Yeah, WarioWorld.com was fucking genuinely, like, now, and again, this is public information.
Yeah.
Now it's just developer.nintendo.com.
Yep.
Which is, like, exactly what you'd expect.
It's what every company does. It's what my company does.
But fucking WarioWorld.com was hilarious. And now if you type in WarioWorld.com, it'll just redirect you. But there's a lot of shit about that website that, like, I have a lot of stories that eventually that portion of the NDA will expire, and, like, those stories can be told publicly, and if I remember them in, like, 15 years, I will definitely.
I will tell you, stuff I've heard from other people is also like, what the fuck?
Wario World was a ride to use. Anyways.
I've heard a lot of stories where I'm like, I feel really fucking bad for the Nintendo person who had to manage this goddamn website.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyways, the Wario World for the GameCube, not the developer site.
Yes. I haven't played it. Based on what I remember of the recollection, I'm gonna say like a 6.
Yeah, like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Kirby Air Ride. Which, fun
Kirby
fact, is not Kirby's Air Ride.
No, it's Kirby Air Ride.
Yep.
Masahiro Sakurai's finest game. The game was also known as Press A to win, but also sometimes not win.
Yeah, they made a single button game, and
which
it is not a shallow game, but it is a simple game, which is not before chat gets angry. That's not an insult.
No. I remember that distinctly as another Carlyism where I described the game as press A to win, and she got really mad. She's like, no, because if you press A, you'll lose. It's don't press A to not win. And I'm like, what? The fuck kind of game is this? And then she pulled someone who had played it, I can't remember who on the site had played it, and described the game like that. Like, no, that's the game. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's a neat game. It would be interesting if it ever got re-released, because I think that coming to it, a lot of people, if it got re-released, would be coming to it for the first time, and I think it is interesting, and I think it will always be interesting.
Yeah, and sometimes that's enough. Sometimes being an interesting game is enough.
Like, genuinely, some of these games are forgettable, but Kirby Air Ride, even among the many, many, many Kirby spin-offs, is one that still gets talked about, which is impressive in and of itself.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable putting a number on this, but I'm more than happy to let you do it.
I would give it a 7. I'll give it an 8 or 7.5.
Okay. I
is
thought we
what
weren't
meant.
doing decimals.
That's why I'm saying I would give it a 7.5, so I'm gonna round up to an 8.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because we aren't doing decimals.
I was
Anyways,
about to say, you fucking told me we don't get to do decimals.
all right, here we go. Pokemon Channel.
Fucking 1.
Okay, hang on.
No.
Hang on.
I will
You
not
gave-
hold on.
What did you give? Pokemon Party Mini, 4. Pokemon Pinball Mini, 6. Pokemon
Yes.
Puzzle Collection, 3. Pokemon Zany Cards, 4. You know what game has some of those? Pokemon
I know
Channel.
it does, but here's the thing: it's like most of that shit is locked behind you having to get 40 days of fucking deliveries.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm glad you know.
Oh, I know because I streamed it. Remember? There's
Oh,
a
yes.
video called James Plays Pokemon Channel. I just get sad.
Well, this is the first one you've given. We started
so,
in
all right.
1980. We're at 2003.
So let me give an idea. Like, I'm not just being reactivist here. I'm being a little bit reactivist here.
Yes.
When you start Pokemon Channel,
Yes.
when you start fucking Pokemon Channel, what do you think happens?
A TV arrives.
Yes, but no. So what do you think you unlock in terms of progress in this game?
Channels. I've played Pokemon Channel. I've played all of Pokemon
That's part
Channel.
of what you unlock. But
And
one
the
of the
cards.
first things you unlock is color.
Yes.
The
I
game,
remember that. Yep.
it's a game about watching fake TV shows starring Pokemon, and for the first hour of it, you can only do that in black and white.
Yes. I don't
Why?
know. Squirtle, Squirtle.
It's a nightmare. It's like somebody it's like Nintendo had a meeting on the books with their Pokemon their Pokemon like second teamers.
Yep.
And like, guys, we need 5 games to pitch them today. And they're like in the back room doing rails of drugs trying to think of the last one. Like, what if it's just a thing where on your TV you watch another TV and there's like TV shows in the Pokemon, and then they're like, we'll just put it in there and hopefully they'll be good with the other 4, and that's the only one that got greenlit. And then everyone in the back room just panicked. Oh no! They want us to make Pokemon Channel. We're screwed.
I mean, there's also Pokemon Box, I think was the same year, but I didn't include that.
Yeah, but at least that has a utility. Well, no,
Yes.
that's the
That's the
is that
additional
GameCube
storage.
one? Pokemon Box was a GameCube disc, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Fuck.
Yes. I did not include it because it does not... That is like one of the only things that that did not make my bar for this is a game that Nintendo put out.
So, did the Pokemon Arena game that came out on GameCube, the
Coliseum.
first one, Coliseum, yeah. Did it have that functionality as well? Like, I can transfer my Pokemon to the
Yes, you can.
memory card. Does it actually transfer them though, or does it just make a copy on the?
It transfers.
Okay, because one, I wouldn't do that because GameCube memory cards had some.
Yes, it can transfer back and
Foibles.
forth. So you can catch Pokemon in Coliseum and its sequel, and then transfer them back to your game. Your GBA game.
GX notes that
Yes, it's only one
that
Pichu
Pokemon
short.
can't. Yeah, it has Pichu shorts, but no, Pichu short split up many parts just to make it more miserable to watch.
Yeah, well, you have to
it's
unlock
like
it. It's
the-
progression.
Yeah, so like literally the only thing that happens in Pokemon Channel, and I'm not even fucking joking, is that there's a Pikachu who breaks into your house like a fucking
Yes.
raider,
I remember
and then
this.
comes and watches like a squatter, and then comes in and watches TV, and occasionally is delighted in the absolute boring ass TV show they're making you watch.
I mean, one time your TV breaks, and you have to
That's
order
true.
another TV.
Yep, and then the Pokemon delivery service, like Jeff Bezos' drones, comes in and drops
Yes, the
TV at your
Magnemite
house.
come in. Yep. All right,
It's-
we
it's-
gotta move on. But yes, we have been streaming for 1
Yeah.
hour, and we have made it through 1 year and 4 games.
Fuck Pokemon Channel so much. Well, I knew we weren't going to make it through all the because
Oh.
because it's going to get longer.
Yes, there's a specific year I want to get to, but yes, F-Zero
Okay.
GX.
Jesus, GX. F-Zero GX 8.
Okay.
That game was really well received.
Yes, it was.
I think it has a problem in its the single player stuff. I think the difficulty scaling is just fucked up in that.
Sure is. But Yes.
The fact that F-Zero, what's the other one? AX.
Yeah. For
The
arcades.
fact that all that content is on the disc and you just can't access it is insane.
Sure is.
They put another game on the disc, but intended for you to never be able to get to it.
Yep.
It's wild.
Mario Golf Toadstool Tour.
This is basically just the GameCube game. I mean, the N64 game on GameCube, right?
Additional content, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not, but it's structurally very. Yeah. Those are good.
Yeah.
What did we give the N64 one?
Oh God, what year was that?
It'd have been like 99.
99.
98.
98 was not that. 97. Nope. It was not 96. Am I just blanking on? Am I just not seeing it?
It couldn't be 96.
Yeah, it was not 96. Am I really just not seeing it here?
Did
Mario
we
Golf
dump
7.
it? Because
1999. It was a 7.
7. Okay, I'd be fine with that again.
Okay.
These games are fine.
Yes. It was just called Mario Golf, so it was just hard to see at the list in a glance.
Gotcha.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
I never liked Double Dash as much as everybody else, but people seem to love Double Dash.
Here's what it had at the time.
Yeah.
And this is in defense of Mario Kart Double Dash, and this is not a huge defense, but this is just like one thing it had. Nintendo on GameCube really hadn't been making any co-op games.
Right.
And while the co-op is very unbalanced, as someone who was playing GameCube games with their sibling, it was really nice to have a co-op game.
Yep.
Like, again, this is not... And yes, it was divisive at the time, and I'm not sitting here saying, like, rate it one way or the other, but
right.
that is one way that it stands out.
Yeah, I don't think you can kill this game. I don't think you can. I think if I were to go, oh, this is a 7, you'd probably go like, you sure about that?
I don't know. Honestly, I would pretty much accept anything you would give this game because I've heard every argument.
Yeah, I don't think F-Zero had land play, did it? I know Kirby and Mario Kart did. I don't think
F-Zero did. It might.
I'm fine with an 8
okay.
or 7. Anywhere in that, I think an 8's probably fine. Like it's a good Mario Kart game. It didn't resonate with me for some reason.
And that's fine. It had a lot of unlockable content.
It sure did.
Mario Party 5 last year
so
was
the equation...
a 6.
All right, so now we're down to a 5.
Perfect. Pac-Man versus.
Pac-Man versus.
You do not just rate the E3 presentation.
No, I wouldn't.
That gets a 1.
You couldn't just buy Pac-Man versus though, right? It came with Pac-Man World, right?
The disc was called Pac-Man versus.
Yeah, but wasn't it a multi-pack with Pac-Man World?
I think
was Pac-Man versus ever a product you could buy on the shelf?
The product on the shelf was called Pac-Man versus.
The fuck? Give me that Pac-Man. Yep, I know, GX, I know.
The product on the shelf was called Pac-Man versus.
All right, I need to go see this. I recall it being a pack-in.
I think it was like multiple things.
Oh God, you're right. It was a thing you could buy on. This is a disc game.
Yes.
Like think about that.
Yes, the required Game Boys.
This game is remade as one of like 40 mini games in Nintendo Land.
12, but yes.
Without the license.
And then they put this in the Namco Arcade for Switch as like one of like 10 games.
All right. So I have an interesting conundrum here. We're talking about how it would be assessed at the time. What do you think the Metacritic for this game was at the time?
80.
Yeah. 78 out of 100. Game rankings aggregator was 80%. GamePro gave it an 8. IGN gave it an 8. NWR gave it an 8.
Yep.
Nintendo gave it a 7.
It was a different way to play Pac-Man.
Yep.
That's what it was.
So, wait. Is that me being cited? No, it's not. Okay. I was worried I got cited on this game. That does happen occasionally where like I'll read something and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting fact. What's the source on that? And I'll scroll down and see I'm the source on that and go, oh,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
And then I'll go open that article and go, okay, James, what did you say?
Yes, it's a cool way to play Pac-Man. Out of 10,
Yeah,
though.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that then. Like we're talking
Right.
about how it was like it was consistently received well. It's a completely different world now, and the idea that you would release this as a disc that you could buy on a shelf,
Yes.
I doubt it was. I doubt it was 50. I don't know what the price was. It probably was not 50
It was probably 30 or
because
40.
there were GameCube games that were cheaper.
Yeah.
It was probably one of those. I would love to know what it retailed at.
I don't know how available that data is.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to go find, like, go to archive.org and find the Nintendo Power.
Yeah. Just
like,
just find some old ads.
Yes. 1080 Avalanche.
1080 Avalanche.
The last 1080
was
game.
this- Go ahead.
And the last GameCube game of the year.
This one really was. This was a Wave Race Blue Storm situation, right?
I think so.
Where it was like, this is basically the game. We've just made it on the N64 and added a couple things.
Or made it on the GameCube, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah. It's fine. Like 6 or 7?
Yeah, I'd say 7's about right.
Okay.
Pretty good.
All the rest of these are GBA.
You can buy Pac-Man versus New sealed right now for $27.30.
Yep, makes sense. Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak, which is the one I played.
I don't fucking know.
It's like a 6.
Okay.
It's a 6 and we move on. Golden Sun 2, The Lost Age.
I like this game a lot. Dude, did we do Golden Sun?
We
already?
did.
Oh wow.
That
What
was
did I give it?
You gave Golden Sun an 8. It was a GBA launch window.
Okay. I would also give this an 8. I think it's a slightly better game, although it does get a little bit into the fan territory, which is common in these like immediate sequels to RPGs.
Yeah, but we'll get to Dark Dawn eventually.
No, that's beyond just a little bit into fan fiction territory.
Yes.
That's like Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. Oh, this is just straight up fan fiction. Okay.
Yes. 1080 Avalanche had LAN, and F-Zero did not. GX just posted the full list of games.
That's actually pretty cool that game had LAN.
Yeah.
I think 8's totally fair.
Yes, the Nintendo games that had it were Mario Kart and Kirby.
Yeah.
And then all the
Okay.
PSO stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I played these and I can't even remember that much about them.
So here's
That's sad.
here's some things to jog your memory. These are not my
Okay.
opinions. These are just things. These are just like factoids about them. One is that when we were ranking all of the Pokemon, this is when you started just bombing the scores. When you're
Yeah,
like, what
'cause
the
they
fuck is this?
sucked.
What the fuck is this? This is the generation where they started making this is our version of X.
Right.
And then 2, this is... There's a lot of nostalgia for these games, but the remakes of them was the one where the GameSpot reviewer was basically...
Too much water.
Well, that was the take, like the catch, like the fucking like meme.
Yeah,
But
it's
the gist
that
of that
review.
it's the gist. The gist of the point was, and it holds true even in the original. This was the one where there were way too many HMs, which seriously changed how you played, because there were like 9 HMs that you needed to navigate all through the world. So that's over 2 full Pokemon dedicated just to being able to like cut and surf and dive and waterfall. And Flash and Strength and Rock Smash and all this other bullshit. That like the reason why like quote too much water came out of that was she was saying basically like, hey, this really fucking sucks, that especially because they were at the time moving away from HMs in general in like the newer games, that this remake reminded you that like, oh yeah, Ruby and Sapphire had a real problem with you need all of these Pokemon to be able to move throughout the world.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah, those are those games.
I yeah, that's a situation where when sometimes when you're trying to be pithy, you end up sounding the forest for the trees on your commentary, basically.
Or you're
Uh,
not the one that writes the summary at the end.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but that's not necessarily the reviewer who's the one being pithy, but someone
Yes.
being pithy you can be too pithy. It
Yes.
is entirely possible.
But anyways,
Um,
not making this about
yeah.
that review, but yeah.
I don't know. 7?
Sure. 7 it is.
Yeah. It's still
WarioWare Inc.
fine.
Mega Micro Games.
All right, this is interesting. So part of my brain is saying this is a fucking 10. This game's amazing.
Hmm.
But then I'm like subconsciously like I need to save space for WarioWare Twisted.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I don't. It's a 10.
Yep.
Like I know I don't, but my brain is like save space for Twisted, and I'm like,
Oh, we'll
I'm
get
like,
we'll get to all the other WarioWares, and it turns out multiple games in a series can be a 10, even if one of them is
Yeah.
better than the others because it came later.
right.
Like in terms of this is the first thing like this.
Yeah, so I actually played this game. I'll give a real quick story on this one. I actually played this game. My grandfather had surgery to repair a hernia, and then he took a turn for the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was in a medically induced coma for like 2 weeks. It was
Mhm.
insane. And so I was babysitting my grandmother, who I have referred to as evil before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was basically at their house in this incredibly stressful time, just playing WarioWare Micro Mega games for hours because it was the only thing I had, and it was like this weird release for a kid who's
Yep.
basically bouncing between a hospital waiting room and the house with a grandparent who's losing it on you. It's like, this is all I've got. Thanks, WarioWare.
Yes.
And I will remember just losing it one time. I had to go out in the garage because I was laughing so hard at the game, and the situation was really bad for laughing.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna go stand in the garage and just be out here.
Yes. To answer the question, is the first one really that good? If it's like the 5th WarioWare game you've played, probably not. But this
Right.
was the first thing like this, and it wasn't like this is a new like a riff, like Nintendo's riff on something that someone else pioneered. This was a new thing.
Yeah, like it was in a sense like they were
Yes.
doing a riff on the minigame collection, but they had perverted it. Like it had
Yes.
become
It was so like now there are WarioWare likes. There
Yeah.
were not WarioWare likes before this.
right. This game was in a weird way like subversive because they were minigame collections were already a thing, and themed minigame collections were already a thing. They were basically like turning that entire equation into the joke itself, but yet the minigames themselves were still fun. Which
Yeah.
is it's easy to turn them into a joke. It's hard for that joke to land, but to make it land and also still be fun is
And just
kind of unthinkable.
and just what I always come back to is the fact that in their first attempt, they nailed it where there's not only does every individual micro game, and not all of them 100% land, but every
Right.
single one has its own comedic timing and a punchline. But the punchlines also still land as it speeds up.
Right.
Like, even when you're going really, really fast, you can still, at a glance, it's simple and clear enough and readable enough that at a glance, you get the joke, you get what's happening, and then you've moved on.
Right. And
And so-
they just kept like it. And the thing is, even if it's a bad minigame, it's over in 4 seconds.
Yep.
You move.
It's-
So the first WarioWare like is Work Time Fun on the PSP, which
Yeah.
is actually not bad if you've never seen it. It's pretty there's some surrealist stuff going on in that game.
Yes. Anyways, next we got to go on Fire Emblem,
Yep.
or as it's known now, Fire Emblem: The Blazing Blade, which is the second Roy game, but the first one to come out here.
8?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
It's a good one.
this game was pretty revolutionary at the time because people were like, "What the? This is that thing those Smash Brothers characters are from."
Yeah, this is where Roy is now. Where's Marth from?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Donkey Kong Country for the GBA. Not Donkey Kong
Oh.
Country for the GBC, and not Donkey Kong Land for the GBC. Country for the
Right.
GBA.
So, sorry. So let's clarify for people who weren't here last week. So Donkey Kong Country is the Super Nintendo game.
Yes.
Donkey Kong Land is like a quasi remake for of it on the Game Boy.
Yes.
It's not a full remake, obviously, because you couldn't do that.
It gets some of the ideas in.
Right. It's the Mega Man Extreme, but make it black and white Game Boy.
And then they made a Game Boy Color remake of or port of Country.
Right, which is an attempt to create the Super Nintendo game.
But it's very limited because it's the Game Boy Color.
Right. This is the Super Nintendo GBA pipeline. So this is
Which
an
is
attempt
much
to
more
be
successful.
faithful.
And it's much more successful.
And the thing is, Donkey Kong doesn't really use all those buttons.
No, it does not. It's genuinely really people speak really highly of the Country GBA ports.
Yeah, and
they were done by Rare, like all of them.
Yep. So I mean, I'm fine with this being a 7.
Yep, makes sense. Advance Wars 2: Black Hole Rising.
I didn't play Black Hole Rising.
All right, we can skip it. I didn't either. I'm just saying we're getting all of the sequels to launch games this year. Golden Sun.
Yeah.
Like Advance Wars. Yeah. Super Mario. Yep.
And we're also getting we've perfected the Super Nintendo to GBA pipeline.
Yes. Super Mario Advance 4: Super Mario Brothers 3. I want to be clear. Before the format was original game : Super Mario Advance X. Now it is Super Mario Advance 4: Super Mario Brothers 3.
So I need something clarified on this one.
Yes, this is the one that has e-reader support.
Yes. Did the person who named this go to prison?
No.
Then this game did not succeed. This is Mario 3.
It
on
is
the
Mario
Game Boy
3
Advance.
with new levels.
Right, on the Game Boy Advance. Where a game where Mario 3 would actually be relatively simple looking.
With a visual upgrade.
Yeah, it did, but it wasn't.
Upgrade.
It didn't look as impressive as Mario World on
Yes.
the system. So like, there was always this weird like, you're going backwards. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Yeah, like I guess if we include the e-reader stuff, that's a perk.
Yes, if you had the e-reader and the cards, which is a big buy-in.
Yes.
If you have all of the accessories and like the cards from the booster pack, this game is incredible. And it was released with all of the e-reader stuff already unlocked in emulator on the Wii U, but this isn't that release.
Right. I'm willing to include it, but then also dock it for the difficulty accessing this shit.
Perfectly fair.
Mario 3 is a great game.
It sure is.
8.
Sounds good.
Yeah, like it feels high, but at the same time, Mario 3 is a great game.
Yes. Same year as Ruby and Sapphire. In my memory, this is a year later, but it's not. Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
7.
Okay. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
This is a really fucking good game.
It is a game that is much less complicated than, like, it is much less deep in retrospect than it appeared at the time, just because, you know, games got more complicated over time, including this series. But, like, especially as a first hit, holy shit.
Yeah, but like that also is to its benefit.
Yes, it's very
that's
straightforward, very clear.
They made Punch Out into an RPG.
You're not that wrong.
I don't have great recollection of this game, so I'm torn between a 9 or a 10. What's your thought?
9.
Okay.
I think that the worst thing about the 3DS remake of it is the complete change in art style, which makes the characters actually way less expressive.
Yeah, that's no good.
All right, here we get into the 3 games that Nintendo published for the GBA that were third-party elsewhere. Top Gear Rally.
Top Gear Rally is a decent game. I don't know that this port's any good.
Oh.
We can skip it.
Okay. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I like this game a lot.
They picked really good well on this one.
I really like this game. I don't think it's perfect. I think sometimes the judge system, because it is semi-random, can screw you pretty bad. It contributed one of the best memes in gaming, which is that you're the bad guy the entire time and the game refuses to acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much your life sucks, get back in the real world. It's a beautiful game.
Sure is.
For the GBA. It's really pretty. 8?
Sounds good. And then lastly, Sword of Mana.
I didn't play it. I remember it not being super well received. But I didn't play it.
Okay.
Did you play it?
I did. It was fine.
What did you think of it?
I would give it like a 6.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember. It was like 6-7 range.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually get around to playing it.
That puts 2003 at 7.24.
That's, again, another 2 banger years in a row.
Well, and this had a 1 in it, and it still got a 7.23, which tells you everything
That's
you need
right,
to know
it
about the
had
rest
a
of the Like, really, genuinely, GameCube and GBA years are really hot. We're about to hit 2004, which means we're about to get a little less focused and a little more third pillar.
Okay.
Do you need to go to the bathroom before 2004?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay, we'll take a 3-minute break.
I am back.
Sounds good.
Did you see the Top Gear Rally video that GX linked to?
Just the screenshot.
Oh, okay. The YouTube video. It's a lot. It's impressive.
Yeah.
GBA had some beef. It's kind of sad that the GBA got its legs taken out from under it. Because I would have been curious what like 2 more years of GBA ends up as. The reality of the situation, though, is if they hadn't, it probably would have been a disaster because they probably would have ended up with ceding that space to the PSP more than they did.
So I hopped onto Twitter.
Okay.
And I was trying to figure out, because this is one of those things where you open Twitter and everyone is talking about something.
Huh?
And I'm like, uh-huh. And what happened since we started the stream? Because
Oh boy, now I'm scared.
Because when we started the stream, Trump had just gotten banned from Twitter.
Oh god.
And so now multiple other Trump-related accounts have gotten banned because he kept using other accounts. And now
Great.
apparently, and this is getting disputed, but apparently Cloudflare is telling 4chan and Kiwi Farms that they're off, that they're going offline.
Jesus Christ.
And Parler got banned from Google Play and is going to get banned from Apple tomorrow. And this happened in 2021? 5 years too late?
I had a really wild experience the other day where I was like, I was in a meeting on Teams, full screen, from like noon to 3.
Yep.
On when it was Wednesday.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, on Wednesday? Holy shit.
Yeah. And so at 3 o'clock, I look down at my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? I just see Twitter trends. I'm like, what the
is there
fuck
a
is
coup
going
going on right now?
Because it wasn't even that clear. Like
Yeah.
the stuff you were getting, like it had cut. You know, it was 3 o'clock at that point, so we had entered the memes phase of the news.
Yes.
But we had moved beyond just the initial shock, and we were now to people making memes.
Yeah, we were like 30, 40 minutes in.
So I just had these Twitter trends that, like, what the fuck? And then I drilled in, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I had another meeting a half hour later, and everybody was just really quiet and didn't acknowledge it. And then I had one more in the next half hour, and everybody was like, somebody's finally like, can we talk about this? They were like, oh, thank God, it's not just me.
Oh, shit went south, and you could watch our productivity just plummet as soon as it started, because everyone was watching it happen when it started on our team, and we weren't in meetings. And so I just told everyone, like, look, we have one meeting with an external partner. We're gonna take it. We're gonna like awkwardly chuckle about it and then do our meeting, and then everyone just go home for the day because we're not getting any more work done.
I just had this it's sometimes when you start laughing about a bad situation because the thing around it has become funny.
Yes.
Like you feel guilty, but at the same time it's like, no, this specific facet of this story is still funny. The fact that like I've opened up, literally it felt like I had opened Pandora's box. It was like,
Yes.
oh God, what the fuck? What's happening in here?
Yes.
It was like the meme of what are you gonna do? Stab me, man who was stabbed. It was like me talking to Twitter. What are you gonna do? Oh no!
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, you will. Okay, it's Twitter. Thanks.
Great. All right, let's go to 2004 real quick. So there are 34 games this year that we're gonna talk over.
I bought 24 chocolate-covered pretzels on Wednesday.
Good.
These are related. These are related
Oh, I
news
bet.
stories.
All right, let's try and go quick through the ones that we can go quick through. I understand
Yes.
not all of these are going to be fast. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
8.
Okay.
That game has cool ideas,
It
and they
sure
fucked it
does.
up. They fucked up the remake.
GX, I always have to keep permitting you to say banned
Dumb
words.
shit.
Yes, the phrase "dumb shit" was banned.
But I'm pretty sure the word shit's okay.
I
'Cause I'm
did
pretty sure I've seen
specifically
that come-
whitelist the word shit, but I think like dumb shit, as in like I think it's interpreting it as like you dumb fuck, like that kind of thing. Anyways,
Twitter, your auto mod is out of control.
Or Twitch, yes.
Twitch, get your auto mod in here.
Um,
Come
God.
get your boy, Twitch.
Yes. Yeah. So, WarioWare Inc. Mega Party Games, which is great if you have people to play locally.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a 7.
Sounds good. Pokemon
It's a
Coliseum.
GBA game on GameCube.
Yep. Pokemon Coliseum.
I'm gonna say 6.
Did you play this?
This is just the right. This is the one that's just the N64 game style thing, right?
No. No.
Oh.
This is one of the 2 GameCube RPGs.
Oh God, you're right. You're right. No, I
where
didn't play
you're
this.
stealing Pokemon from like the bad guys. Like you're literally
didn't-
stealing their Pokemon that they have.
It's like this one and XD Gale of Darkness, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't play either of those. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and say 7 for both.
Okay,
Um,
that's fine.
That's what I would give them. Donkey Konga.
Donkey Konga. So this is the music one, right?
This is the rhythm game. Yes.
I haven't played this.
Okay. We will delete it. It has a lot of weird licensed pop music for the Western release.
I do know that because it was God, what was the song that somebody put in one of my chats? It was like like a 9 Inch Nails song.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. All right, Custom Robo.
This is neat idea, middling execution. The game.
Yep, 6. Yeah, or what do you want to do?
Maybe 7, just because the character designs are cute.
Okay. Four Swords Adventures.
This is the GameCube game, right?
This is the GameCube
Yes.
game.
I never got to play this.
Holy
It bums me out because like I never had 4 people I could play it with.
You don't need it. It has single player, and the single player is still really good.
I should just get it.
You should
Play
just
it.
get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 9.
Okay.
This has
Oh,
way better.
wow.
This is way better than it has any right to be. This is one of my favorite Zelda experiences.
See, I was always under the impression that like if you just go play it yourself, it's not worth it.
It's really neat when you play it yourself. It's really great when you're playing it with other people. I would say
That was always
it's maybe a 7.5 if it's a single player, and it's a 9 if you're playing a multiplayer.
what do you have to do to get me to stream that game? Make it easy for me to hook up the Wii to this TV that only has HDMI ports. It's the only thing it has.
God, there are adapters, but yeah.
Yeah, like that. We've reached the place where that's the only thing they're putting on TVs.
Is there a good way to do Four Swords Adventures over net play? I'm sure there's a Dolphin mod.
I'm sure there is, but I don't have a PC that can run Dolphin, so.
Yeah. But, yes, strongly recommend Four Swords Adventures. I'm not giving that 9 lightly. Pikmin 2.
Pikmin 2, I'm gonna say an 8.
Sounds good. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. If you want to know how this game was received,
Yes.
fucking 10.
I know you love this game.
I love this game, but like this game
I have very little experience with this game
this game fucking blew up.
because I was having to buy my own games at this point, but my parents wouldn't let me work.
Gotcha.
So like I didn't have any money.
That's fair. Yeah, this game is fucking great. I'm just gonna give this a 10 then. This is one of
Yeah.
my favorite games of all time.
I was told your job is to be a student. I'm like, cool, so you'll buy me things I want? No. I'm like, wait a minute.
In that case, we're probably just left to which games have you played after the fact for a lot of this.
Right.
Mario Power Tennis. GameCube. This is the one that got the Wii remake later, or the Wii port later.
Yeah. I don't remember. Was this was just another one of those, right? It was just as good as the other Camelot ones, right?
It's just as good as the other Camelot ones, no RPG.
Yeah, it's 7.
7. This is the one that has the weird 5-minute intro.
Yes, with Mr. Eyeballs.
Yes, take that, Mr. Eyeballs, and then Waluigi getting his spine broken by Bowser.
So I want to point out that intro might actually be singularly responsible for the fact that the video games industry had to support Dan for like 11 years.
I don't know
That
about
5-minute video might have caused Dan to be inflicted on the video game industry for over a decade.
I don't know about that. But yes. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. General, not you.
Was it received better than the Metroid Prime? I feel
No,
like it was received
it was
a little
received
bit worse.
well, but it was not received as well.
Yeah. 8?
8. Yep. That's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
What I was kind of thinking in my head. Mario Party 6. This is the one that introduces the microphone. If you don't count that as changing anything, it gets a 4. The microphone barely worked, and there's only like 6 minigames.
Yeah, I said, I'm gonna boost it back up to a 6 because they did something.
Okay.
They did something. Like that. My metric was, if you don't do something, I'm going to keep taking a point off until you do something. Well, they did something.
Yes.
Was it a good thing? The greatest. Yes, Dan has called MGS the greatest story ever told.
Yes. All right. Most of the rest of these are GBA games. We're done with GameCube. F-Zero GP Legend, the final one to come over.
This was the anime one.
This is the first of the 2 anime ones. Yes.
Yeah.
The other one is Climax.
I've only played it a little bit. It seemed like it was pretty decent considering it's a weird the anime the game.
Yep.
7.
It's maybe not the one I would have gone out on, but they didn't know that at the time.
It's the movie the game, but it's actually okay.
Yes. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, the first, unless you count Pokemon Yellow, remake of the first 2 games.
Are you missing 64 DS on that list?
No, it's below GBA.
Give it time. The stream keeps buffering for me for some reason.
Sorry.
Because it's coming in at 1440 for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because I'm outputting 1440.
Yeah, but I never tell it to do 1440.
Yeah.
This is weird. So my only choices are auto, and 1440 60.
Oh, this happened when we were doing the 4K shit. Do I really have to stop and start again?
Here's what's even crazier about that. My screen isn't 1440.
Amazing.
Twitch, what are you doing? Twitch, why are you?
Just set it to auto. If it's not.
I put it to auto.
Yeah.
I put it to auto, but like, what?
Why? Yeah, Fire Red, Leaf Green.
These are really good remakes.
They're
well received.
And this was, I won't count this, but they came bundled with the wireless, like not link cable, but like the infrared thing.
Yeah. Was the infrared? I thought it was actually like a wireless because the GBA had infrared on it.
Yeah, it's not infrared. It's short range. It's like the semicircles.
Yeah. Actually, no, it wasn't. The GBA didn't have infrared. The Game Boy Color had infrared on it.
Yes.
Did anything actually use that?
I don't know.
I know there was a game you could fuck with your TV remote. I just can't remember what game it was. Anyway, 8.
Yep, they were received pretty well. Metroid Zero Mission.
This was received really well.
Yes, it was.
Was it like a 9 or was it like an 8?
It was received in the middle, so you can pick one.
Okay, I'll say 8. I remember there being some reception around like it's too short. Well, yeah.
It's a remake of the first game.
It's a remake of a game that didn't have an internal save battery.
Yes. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror.
I don't remember this game at all, even though I know I played it.
This was an Ambassador game.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
that's
boy.
why I've played it. I just don't remember it.
RIP. I would give it like a 7. I know someone in the chat said it was their favorite. I'm sorry.
I'm fine with you giving it a 7.
This was a retroactive, says PokePal. Hey,
I've done 40 retroactives. I've recorded almost 700 episodes of this fucking podcast. Give me a break.
So, real quick to everyone, does anyone remember what James said about this game?
Son of a bitch, this was a retroactive.
Does anyone, if anyone can pull up, did James like this game or not?
Oh no! If it was a Kirby game I didn't like, I would remember that. Because I generally speaking have felt well about the Kirby series.
We'll come back to this. We'll let our internet sleuths, if they're gonna. It was a Metroidvania. James probably didn't love it, but was probably fine. That's correct. Let's give.
Wait, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is a Metroidvania?
Remember, the panel was pretty mixed as a whole. Yeah, it is Metroidvania. It's weird.
Great.
I'm gonna give it a 7 and move on.
Okay.
Yeah, Mario Golf Advanced Tour.
Holy shit! Let's get in here.
Yeah, this is the one.
So tennis is the one that I adore. Tennis is the one that we gave a 10 to, I believe, as well.
Did we give 10 to a GBA tennis game?
No. When I say we, I mean the website.
Oh, yes, that is.
Because we were on that list of like Nintendo sites are too. It's like, no, actually, this game's just really fucking good, asshole.
Yes.
Uh, 9.
Okay.
Like this would have blown people's minds when they played it. Like,
Yes.
like what the fuck?
Yes. Mario vs. Donkey Kong GBA, sequel to Donkey Kong 94.
Yeah. 8. This is a really good game.
It is. We'll see how this series fares over time.
Yeah. Here's a hint. Look at the Mario Party series.
Donkey Kong Country 2 GBA.
This
This is the Donkey Kong Country game people like, and it's portable.
7.
7. Hamtaro Ham Games. I don't fucking know.
I got nothing.
Delete. Super
How
Mario
many
Ball.
fucking ones did they bring over?
I think it's just a 3.
Oh my god. It's just the 3. Like, even that seems wild.
Super Mario Ball. I mean, they were made by like Intelligent. One of them was made by Intelligent Systems.
Oh, this is the bad
This is the
pinball
pinball.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that nobody really likes it.
Yeah. Not to be
Isn't it like-
confused with Mario the Juggler,
Right.
which is Mario
this-
Ball.
Isn't this like actually a bad game?
Yes. Yes. It was received like at a 4, which
Yeah,
which was people giving it a 4 because it had Mario in it. Not
All
because
right,
it was a 4.
Let's go to our review list again. Edge 4, EGM 4, Eurogamer 5, Famitsu 29 out of 40.
Thanks, Nintendo. The paycheck cleared.
I mean that's a 5. No,
Yeah.
no 29 out of 40. It's like a 7.5.
Yes.
Game Pro 4 out of 5. GameSpot 7.5 out of 10. GameSpy 2 out of 5.
Yes.
GameZone 8 out of 10, IGN 5 out of 10, Nintendo Life 7 out of 10, Nintendo Power 3.8 out of 5. What the fuck?
Anyways, I'm gonna give it a 4 and move on.
Okay, I want to see what Nintendo Report gave it. Just out of curiosity.
It doesn't have a save feature.
It doesn't?
According to Cherry Goblin 9716.
TYP gave it a 7.5.
Sure. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 The Dawn of Souls for GBA.
Dumbass title.
Sure is. Anyways, Final Fantasy 1 and 2, a game that does not hold up by 2004 standards, and then the worst Final Fantasy.
Yeah. But it in one container on the GBA, which would have been impressive. And also I mean to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. The word extent there is doing a lot of heavy lifting, unfortunately.
It is, but this was also like a real Final Fantasy game on a Nintendo system after 10 years.
I mean, yeah, same thing. Yeah, Crystal Chronicles and this came in the same year.
Yeah. I don't know. 5, 4.
4, yeah. 2 is
Okay.
real bad for people who haven't played it.
Yeah, it is. It's not Final Fantasy USA.
It's not. All right.
Can't believe
$30
Johnny defends
each.
that game. Can't believe Johnny defends that game.
$30 each, lower resolution than the NES. NES Bomberman on GBA, $30.
Off with that. 4.
Wow, that's generous. NES Donkey Kong GBA, $30, lower resolution.
Bomberman is still a really good game. This is the NES Donkey Kong.
NES Donkey Kong the same year they put out Mario vs. Donkey Kong for the same price.
3. So I want to real quick. I want to talk about Donkey Kong for 1 second. The NES Donkey Kong is considered the best port of its era, the best port of that game to a home console. Period. Even though it's missing a level,
Yes.
which gives you an idea of how bad the ports had been. And there's a cool story about was it ColecoVision had the rights, and they
Um,
did the ports, but they had to do ports to the other systems they were competing with.
yes.
So they famously made the Intellivision and Atari versions bad on purpose,
Yep.
and they made their version good. And then Nintendo made a version and made their version look like ass. It it's amazing.
Excitebike GBA.
Oh my god, are you serious? Get this out of
$30.
here. 3,
Ice Climber GBA $30 2004.
2.
Pac-Man
Ice Climber's
NES.
a bad game on the original hardware.
Pac-Man NES $30.
Oh god, 2. Are you trying to find a 1? Is this the gimmick? Let's find Pokemon Channel's peers.
I mean, if those two didn't get a 1, you're not going to get a 1.
I mean, Ice Climbers is real close. I didn't
Yes.
think about it, but it functions. The
Super
problem
Mar-
with Pokemon Channel is it doesn't do anything.
Super Mario Brothers GBA $30 2004. They have released
Super Mar-
Advance. Yes, this is Super Mario.
Yeah. 3 because it's a good game, but I want to give it a 1 because they've released Advance already. You fucks! What are you doing?
Oh, Pokemon
And Mario
Collection.
DX?
Sorry. Yes,
Mario DX also works on this thing.
It does. Pac-Man Collection also already exists on GBA.
It's true.
Uh,
God.
Classic NES series, The Legend of Zelda, $30 2004. Link to the Past came out the year before. And had bonus
4.
content.
4, because this is still a good game. But no, wait. You know what? 3. Fuck it.
Because Super Mario Brothers was also a 3 for the same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. NES Xevious, $30 2004.
Get the fuck out of here. NES Xevious isn't even the best version of Xevious. 2, 3, somewhere in that range.
2.
You fucks. NES Xevious is an okay port.
NES Dr. Mario on GBA, a system. Keep in mind, wasn't there a fucking Dr. Mario mode in WarioWare? Or was that a later
think so.
WarioWare?
Maybe it was a later one.
But, like, there are better ways to play Dr. Mario on this system already. $30, 2004, same year as the DS launched. Dr. Mario.
10. Obviously a 10. I it's called Dr. Wario.
Yes. Yeah, you don't look at Genius Sonority. They before Pokemon Cafe Mix and Pokemon Shuffle, they made the Denpa Men games, GX.
They come by wave.
Yes. So Dr. Mario's
2. I mean, fucking for real. What are we doing here?
NES Castlevania, $30, 2004,
1.
GBA.
Fuck it. Now we're here. NES Castlevania is not good.
And there are how many Castlevania games on the NES or on the GBA
There's
at this
like-
point? 2?
God. Yeah. At this point, there's 2.
Here
I
you
think.
go. Eat your fucking heart out. Metroid 1, $30.
2.
The same year as Metroid Zero
right.
Mission.
All right. Hold on. I need to know. I need to know the sequence of these two things coming out.
No, Zero Mission came first. I promise.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Because what I'm not sure about is what's worse. You know what I mean?
Oh, if classic NES series came out first, that's worse.
So maybe, but I have one thought where maybe it's not, and that is we've told you that Zero Mission is coming. You know it's coming. We know it's coming. Everyone knows it's coming. But here's the NES one in case you want to play it.
I guess.
Where it's worse is we didn't tell you it's coming.
OG Metroid
Ha-ha.
was unlockable in Zero Mission. Original NES Metroid was unlockable in Zero Mission. And then they sold it the same year for $30 on its own cartridge.
You sons of bitches! Why would you do that?
Because it's a celebration.
You absolute monsters!
Yes, GX, this is worse than them being sold on e-reader carts.
I kind of want to give it a higher score just for the sheer audacity of it.
It's a 1. 2 not
It's
even.
It's like an amazing, just like we're gonna stick to our fucking guns. You can't stop us. Oh my god.
Okay, that was a 1. And then final NES one they released. By the way, they released like a bunch of Famicom classics that didn't come over here as well.
I can't find dates for the releases of the what they called Famicom classics.
NES. Or sorry, Wikipedia
Yeah.
will have it.
I-
Or should.
I
Maybe
didn't
Giant
see it
Bomb?
for this one. I just saw the year.
Okay. Classic NES series, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link.
Oh,
$30.
I don't know. Bad. This is
Is
just
this a 2 or a 3?
the 3. We'll go with a 3.
The highest rated one was Bomberman out of 4. Do you want to revise it now that we've gone through this list?
No, Bomberman
Okay.
deserves it. Bomberman's a good game.
Okay. And then our final game on this list.
Uh-huh.
Super Mario 64 DS. Same year as all of that.
That was actually a really impressive game.
It sure was. The DS launched at the same time as all of this bullshit.
8?
Sure.
Is that the only game Nintendo published at launch for the
Yes.
DS?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes.
When did the DS come out?
2004.
No, but like time-wise. In
November.
the year. Okay.
Anyways.
Publish anything? All right, so here you go. All right, I have our dates. Zero Mission. Metroid Zero Mission.
Yeah.
I'll give you the North America and the Japan dates.
Yeah.
The Europe and Australia dates are in the middle. North America, Metroid Zero Mission came out February 9,
Yeah.
2004. NES Classic Metroid came out. Wait, make sure I got these columns right. I don't want to get this wrong. October 25th, 2004.
Yep.
8 months later. Japan Zero Mission came out May 27, 04, so a few months after North America. Metroid came out, NES Metroid came out August 10, 2004. Basically 3 months after, no, 2 months really after the remake.
Yes.
Is there anybody who's closer? Europe got it January 05, March. So Europe
Must have gotten it the other way around then.
Europe got it between the U.S. or North America and Japan. So they got it in April, and Australia got it in March, which is weird. So North America got Zero Mission in early February. Australia got it in early March. Europe got it in early April, and Japan got it in late May. That's weird.
Yes.
But then the NES Classic was August for Japan, October for North America, January of the subsequent year for PAL.
Yes. So to be clear, 2004 is exactly a 5.5, and as anyone who could have predicted this knows, the more games are in a year, the lower the average will be, especially
Yes.
when there are 2 1s. It doesn't matter that there's a 10 if there's 2 1s to offset it.
Yes, 1-1 you can survive.
Uh,
Introduction of a second one, things start to spiral.
All right, here we go.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I remember the NES games coming out on GBA and people going like, "What the fuck? Why?"
Exactly, they were not received well at that time.
People were like, "What are you doing?"
Yes.
What year did you want to get to?
09.
And is it 09? Okay. There's a lot of games. 33 games in 1 year from
Yeah.
one publisher.
So for 2005, we have 37 games. This is the
Oh my god.
This is the height of Third Pillar. This is the height
Oh,
of
jeez.
This is the height of Third Pillar. So
Right.
let's run through this. Donkey Kong 2.
I didn't play it.
Okay. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
8. It's pretty cool.
It is. Star Fox Assault.
6. It's kind of shitty.
Fire Emblem
not-
Path of Radiance.
8. It's a good game.
It is. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, the game where Waluigi is a villain. Like the
Waluigi's
primary
always
villain.
a villain. I didn't play DDR Mario.
It's like a 6.
I just remember seeing it on the shelf of my Toys R Us for a decade because they couldn't sell it.
Yes. Mario Superstar Baseball, one of the only two Mario baseball games.
This game's actually pretty good, isn't it?
It's really good, yeah.
Uh, 8?
8. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, 7 like the other one. Geist.
Yep.
You know, that early GameCube game. Geist.
Which I've played. 6.
Battalion Wars.
Oh, not Bui.
GameCube.
I haven't played Battalion. I haven't played Battalion Wars. I've only played Bui.
Okay. Mario Party 7. The sequel to the microphone game. The microphone one, you bumped up to a 6 because it added the microphone. We had gotten as low as a 4 before.
I'm gonna say we're back in the rules, so we're back to a 5.
Super Mario or Mario Super Strikers.
People really like this game.
People
don't
really
they?
like this game.
I didn't play it. I'll defer.
7.
Okay.
Pokemon Emerald. To be clear, they did Ruby Sapphire, then they moved away and remade the first gen, and then they came back and did a third version. So it seemed like they weren't going to do a third version, and then they did.
I know nothing about Emerald.
I'm giving it an 8 because people really like the post game.
Okay. Is it different than the Ruby Sapphire post game?
Yes, significantly. People.
Oh, okay.
Until Black and White 2, people held it up as like the why aren't all Pokemon post games like this? There's like a there's a fucking like carnival area called the Battle Frontier where there's tons of different like types of like tournament ladders for like post game battles. It's pretty neat.
Elite Beat Agents and Rhythm Heaven, Nintendo's only rhythm games with good soundtracks.
I don't know about that.
They don't have a ton of rhythm games.
That's true though.
Which is maybe just by default.
Maybe. All right. We're on to GBA now, like Pokemon Emerald. Fire Emblem Sacred Stones.
7.
WarioWare Twisted. 10.
Yeah.
Minish
Not even
Cap.
close. 9. That game was really well received.
Speaking of twisting games, Yoshi Topsy Turvy or Universal Gravitation.
Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. That game was not well received, was it?
No, it was not. Nor was the other one that we'll get to.
What do you think?
4.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Mario Party Advance.
Was this good?
No.
No, this was the single player Mario Party.
No, so this is the one that requires a link cable and multiple Game Boy Advances. When they re-released it on the Wii U, which took all the multiplayer out by necessity, that's when it became the single player one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. And yes, WarioWare Twisted is a game they couldn't import into EU because of some regulations around a chemical used to make the twisty part work.
Except they imported Yoshi's Universal Gravitation, which uses the same thing.
I know.
Yes.
But that was the cause of Brexit, as Greg has told us.
Anyways, I'm putting Mario Party Advance at a 3.
Okay.
DK King of Swing, the other rotation game.
No, DK King of Swing's the one where you press the buttons, right?
Is it? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm just Maybe in my head you turn that, but I might be totally wrong.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. DK King of Swing. That's the one where Donkey Kong is the one who's doing the swinging.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And you play it with only the shoulder buttons.
Oh, that's right. Fuck that game.
It's Clu Clu Land,
Yes,
basically. This was okay. It was kind of a dumb fun thing. I seem to recall it getting like a bunch of 7s and stuff.
Yeah, it's a full price GBA game though.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it being a 7.
Okay.
NWR gave it a 9.5 apparently.
Dr. Mario and Puzzle League. You know, for the people that didn't buy Dr. Mario NES the year before.
For the people who weren't taken. That's the one where you can be mad.
There's no way they announced this when they were trying to sell the other one.
Oh fuck no!
You assholes.
That's next level. It's entirely possible the people making this game didn't know the other one was coming, and they're like, "Wait, why?"
It's probably likely.
Why are you releasing that? We have a game. We have this. What are you doing? What do you mean it's already been put on the cart?
Yes, Dr. Mario and Puzzle League GBA.
I mean, we had the rule about Tetris well, this isn't Tetris. This is Puzzle League, and
yes.
I don't know. 7?
7.
8? Okay. Yeah.
Mario Tennis Power Tour GBA. This is the one.
10.
Okay.
I was like, how was this game received at the time? I know it. I know at least one site gave it a 10.
It's true. Donkey Kong Country 3 GBA.
Donkey Kong Country 3 GBA. 6. This is where the series really starts to fall off, and now it's really falling off on the GBA.
Dynasty Warriors Advance.
What the fuck?
Nintendo published that. Dynasty Warriors Advance.
I need to see what that is.
Oh, you haven't seen this? Oh my god! It
No.
genuinely is so impressive. Like, go to YouTube, not images.
Yeah, I'm pulling something up. This is a 3-hour and 42-minute of someone playing Dynasty Warriors Advance.
Just cut to the middle. It's fine.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's the entire game without any wow, that's really loud. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Also, there's talking.
Uh-huh.
That sounds clear.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. What the fuck? This thing is like witchcraft.
What is this game?
A Dynasty Warriors game.
I see that, but like, why? Why did someone do this?
And how?
I mean, that's part of it, but like,
It's like fucking 8 megabytes.
yeah, this is surreal. In a weird way, this feels like a Chinese bootleg of a Dynasty Warriors game, because like, yeah, we'll demake it to work on Famiclones, but they adopted the gameplay of Dynasty Warriors post Dynasty Warriors 2
Yes.
into a Super Nintendo style game.
Yes.
That's surreal. I can't review it because I didn't know it existed, but what?
Like 8.
Sure. I mean,
It's great.
Do what you got to do. What you got to do. This is like the mind-bending Tony Hawk ports that we would
Yes.
run into, and like, why and how?
Final Fantasy IV Advance is the other GBA third-party game they published.
Fantasy 4 Advance. This one was pretty good, but had some issues, right?
Yes. It was a little buggy.
Yeah, so like 7.
Okay. It was the first time in the West that the real Final Fantasy IV had come over, not the neutered one.
Right, but it had some weird issues.
Yes. Okay. Here we are with DS. Because they only released one DS game the year prior. So here's where we're actually starting. Polarium.
Polarium. I never played Polarium.
Okay. Neither did I. Delete. WarioWare Touched. Same year as Twisted.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was like an 8, but it was the same year as Twisted. So
Yeah.
that's unfortunate for it. But it came out like a month before Twisted did.
Yes.
Because Nintendo knew that it wasn't as good as Twisted.
Pokemon.
It did have a weird feature though, where if you had Twisted in the cartridge slot, they unlocked things in each other.
Yes. All right. You know, people complained that it took them a long time to get good Pokemon games onto the DS. But, I don't know. Pokemon Dash.
Fucking Dash.
Is this a 1 or a 2?
This game is actually an internal joke at NWR.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's a handful of games where we can just say the name of the game and I don't have to finish the joke.
Yep.
Like, it's just like I can just say birds and beans, and you know why that joke's funny.
Yep.
Sure
do.
I'm gonna say like it's a 3.
Wow. Someone didn't have to replace their DS screen a month after buying the system. Neither did I, but I know someone who did.
I played it at stores.
Yoshi-
Actually, I want to point this out. I'm looking at the NWR site right now.
Yes.
We have 2 reviews for it.
God damn it.
One is David Trammell again,
Yep.
and one is Chris Betha.
Uh-huh.
The David Trammell review is a 7. The Chris Betha review is a 3. These reviews came out within 9 days of each other.
Hell yeah. Yoshi Touch and Go.
Amazing. I didn't play Touch and Go. I know it's not well received, but I didn't
3.
play it.
Another
Okay.
Code, 2 Memories. I think this is the only another Code game to come over here, to the US.
I liked the game a lot when I played it. And I played it like almost 9 years after it came out.
Yeah. It's
What
good.
would you say? Eight feels fair, right?
8, yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby Canvas Curse.
Like this game was really well received. It's like a 9.
Yes. Okay. Speaking of games that were really well received, Nintendogs, Chihuahua and Friends, Dachshund and Friends, and Lab/Chiba and Friends.
Oh God, do we have to review all of them
No,
separately?
all those together.
Okay. What would you say? 8?
Yeah.
Or is that too low?
8 sounds right.
This. Okay.
Yeah. Advanced Wars Dual Strike.
This is the one I played. I liked this game a lot. I'm fine with this being another 8.
Okay. Nintendogs Best Friends, which came out 2 months later.
I don't know the difference.
There isn't one, except they put another one out 2 months later, and there was no real difference. Except it was like the best hits of the dogs that were split up among the other versions.
Whatever.
I literally put a note in August to October. Like, I put the release months in the fucking spreadsheet because I needed to remember that.
I agree with GX that strategy games versus resource-based strategy. I don't really like the Advanced Wars resource system, but I generally speaking like strategy games, and I don't mind resources. I just how this one works is kind of like.
Yeah.
I have no opinion on Chihuahua. I mean
Or
on
Best
on
Friends?
Friends and Friends.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 7 just because of the sheer fucking audacity.
What if we put out a 4th version?
But 2 months later. Instead of Pokemon, who does it a year later? 2 months. Metroid Prime
Remember-
Pinball.
Nintendogs plus Cats didn't pull any of this shit, did it?
No, there were 3 versions at launch, and then they just didn't touch it again.
I would say there being 3 versions counts as pulling the shit.
Okay.
Um,
I think it only really dictated what dogs were and cats were available in the early game. I think they all had the same stuff overall.
okay.
Anyways.
Metroid Prime Pinball was pretty good, but I don't really remember it that well. I just remember that it was pretty good.
7.
Like a 7?
Yep.
Okay.
By the way,
With the rumble.
Prime Hunter's demo did not clear the threshold of being released as a game. And so that's why 64DS was the only 2004 title.
So I remember the demo. I had that, and I had Rub Rabbits, which was Sega published.
Yes.
And I don't know what my next DS game would have been.
Mario Kart DS.
What was that?
Mario Kart DS, 2005.
9. It would have been a 9 at the time.
Animal Crossing Wild World, the very second Animal Crossing, wholly original Animal Crossing game, and the first portable.
It had online.
Online.
It had online. So I would say that's also probably a 9.
That's a 9+, so either one.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which was criticized for being too complicated.
I have never played it.
7.
Okay.
Meteos.
Meteos was really well received.
It sure was.
Like an 8.
Okay. And that's it for 2005. Whoop. Which means that we are at 7.08. Nice. 06. Now we have 4 pillars. We'll go quick. Don't worry, there's not much on GameCube or Wii. Chibi Robo.
Which Chibi Robo is this?
GameCube. First one.
Didn't we just do that? Wasn't that last year?
No.
I thought we
You're
did
thinking
Chibi
of
Robo
Custom
already.
Robo 2 years prior.
Custom Robo. Okay. God, brain. 7.
Okay. Baten Kaitos Origins.
I love this. Oh right, they didn't publish Baten
They
Kaitos.
didn't publish Baten Kaitos. They only published Origins.
Fuck. 8. I like this game a hell of a lot.
Odama.
11.
Nope.
This one is actually impossible because like the review scores were everywhere. It's like how in. It's literally a question of how in on the joke were you?
Yes.
Yeah. And I was very in on the joke.
So I wanna give something clarity before Chad asks.
Yes.
I broke Twilight Princess out into GameCube and Wii versions because there's actually significant differences between the two of them. When we get to 2017, Breath of the Wild is going to be one score instead of two. Because the Wii U
Right,
and the
'cause the
Switch versions are not different.
Right, because they made they could have been. They could have made the gamepad something you could access,
But
but they decided
it's
not to.
absolutely not. They are the same game on GameCube and Wii. Not only is the world flipped, but they shoehorned all the fucky motion controls into the Wii version, and the GameCube version
Right.
came out a whole month later.
Right. But the Wii U version runs a little bit better. So
It sure does.
there's weird stuff going. And I don't think the GameCube version supported widescreen, did it?
I don't know if it did, but
The Wii version definitely does.
yes, the HD version is based on the GameCube game, not the Wii version.
Right.
Because the GameCube version is like the more definitive version historically. Anyways, GameCube Twilight Princess, no widescreen on GameCube version.
I've never actually played the GameCube Twilight Princess.
I would. What are you going to give the Wii Twilight Princess? Because if it's
At the time,
yes, if it's a 7 or
8.
okay, I was going to say if it's a 7 or lower, add 1. If it's an 8, keep it the same score between GameCube and Wii. So
Okay,
8 for both.
then 8. Yeah.
Wii Sports at the time.
9.
Okay,
Maybe.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
9 seems right.
okay.
Yeah.
Excite Truck.
Excite Truck's like a 6, but it has the energy of an 8.
Yes, that's the right way to put it. That's it for console games for 2006.
I want to point out that my favorite thing about Excite Truck is there's actually there's actually a driver in all the trucks,
Yes,
and it's like an 8 polygon figured face.
yes,
And for whatever reason, a bunch of people made that their avatar on the Nintendo World Report forums,
Perfect.
and so that face was just following you around.
So this is the year that Nintendo had realized it was clear Nintendo had realized there's money in this DS thing. So almost
Yeah.
all the games for this year are on DS.
Right, this is when we're trying to kill the GBA.
Yes, we have 4 GBA games and dozens of DS games.
Why won't this fucker just die?
All right, here we go, real quick.
We're getting very close to my start on RFN.
Yes, Drill Dozer.
Drill Dozer is a great game.
Yes,
Would you say 8 or a 9?
I would say an 8.
Okay.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, which is the
I
GBA
never played
version.
it.
Blue came out at the same time. Sheeran the Wanderer made more accessible for kids.
Yeah. I don't know.
What would you give Sheeran the Wanderer?
6.
5 it is. I was going to say,
Okay.
whatever your score is, minus 1.
Because we know what's coming in this franchise, and we know what I'm going to do to it.
Tales of Fantasia GBA.
Oh, I actually played this. It's not as good because of the lack of buttons from the original.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say a 7.
Okay. And then their last GBA for the year, Final Fantasy V Advance, the first time it came over.
8, because it's the first time it came over.
Yep. All right, everything else from here on is the DS games. Electroplankton.
Okay.
At the time.
At the time, nobody knew how to review that fucking thing at the time.
Hell yeah.
We're very confused. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. It's too weird.
Like 5 so that it doesn't impact the rating.
Yeah, I guess. It's too fucking weird.
Brain Age.
Brain Age, 8. People like that game. Like it's easy to think of that game as being some dumb thing Nintendo made to sell DSs to grannies, but that thing was kind of an event.
Yep. Big Brain Academy, separately, different franchise.
I think that one was viewed as a little bit worse.
It
7.
is. 7. Okay. Super Princess Peach, and I want to be clear about how this was received. This was received positively, and all of the reviews were like, yeah, they just don't make Mario 2D platformers anymore. 2 months later, New Super Mario Bros. Came out.
I mean, that was a true statement.
2 months later, they knew New Super Mario Bros. Had been announced at this time, and fuckers were just like, eh. Anyways,
like
this is
a
the game
7 or
where
an
she
8
has.
time.
This is the fucking game where she has strong emotions, and that's her power because she's woman.
It was like a 7 or an 8 at the time.
It's like
So
a
I'll
7
go
at
with
the
7.
time. God, one of the most fucking sexist games Nintendo ever put out. She beat the enemies because she's just crying so much. I don't know.
No,
Women, right?
she beat the enemies when she got mad.
Uh,
Remember that was my favorite. My favorite part about that game was all her emotions were still represented as hearts. So there would just be like this angry, flaming-eyed heart.
yes. Pokemon Troze. Speaking of
Uh,
DS Pokemon games, we've really
this
taken our
was the
time.
puzzle one, right?
Yes, this is the
match three one.
match 3 puzzle game.
It's a fucking match three Pokemon. I don't. Was there anything special about this one?
Not at all. $35.
4.
There are a bunch of Pokemon games this year as they scramble to put Pokemon things out.
Right.
True Swing Golf for the DS.
What would that even play like?
Probably a 3-button game, except you have to tap, tap, swipe, if I had to guess.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't play it.
Okay. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, which is the same thing, except the map doesn't take up a portion of the gameplay screen. It's on the bottom screen.
Give it the same score as the other one.
5.
Okay.
Magnetica.
I didn't play it.
You've played something like Magnetica, right? Like a Zuma or something?
I don't remember which one Magnetica is.
That's the one where you're shooting marbles at a snake of marbles that are moving around.
Oh, okay.
And you're just rotating. It's just
Yeah, I
that
can't...
for $35 on the DS.
Yeah. 5.
Okay. Metroid Prime Hunters, not the demo.
I never played the full game. I only played the demo.
It's like a 6.
Okay.
Tetris DS. They made a sequel to Tetris.
Yeah, but it was actually really well received.
It was. Like a 9.
I was gonna go with an 8.
Okay. 8. Chat is insisting it's a 10.
I'm fine. Make it a 9.
Okay.
And people really liked that version. I didn't get it because once it sold out, it was hard to get a hold of.
Fair.
And then it instantly became valuable.
There hadn't been a good version of Tetris in a while. It had all online.
Yep. And it was portable.
Yep. Speaking of Pokemon spin-offs that we just need to get something Pokemon on the system, Pokemon Ranger. Speaking of games that destroy your touchscreen.
I've never played a Pokemon Ranger game.
You spin circles violently around Pokemon that are running around on the bottom screen, trying to keep them in your circles, while you wear them down by drawing more and more circles around them.
Great. I got nothing.
It's like a 4.
Okay.
New Super Mario Brothers DS.
10. That game was really, really fucking well received.
Sure was. Nintendogs, Dalmatians and Friends.
Fuck off!
When you asked, are we going to have to rate these all separately? I should have said, no, you have to rate them by which game. If it came out on the same day, you rate them together. If they came out separately, yes.
I don't know.
Fucking
Take a point off whatever the last one was. I'm mad. I'm mad that they kept doing this.
7 then. Magical Star Sign, which is like an astrology game.
Yeah, so I had this game in my possession and then ended up not playing it, and I'm mad at myself.
5.
Really? I thought it was received better than that.
It's okay, I think.
Let's see. Let's take a look.
While you do that, I'm gonna watch the rest of it again.
I want to dig in this one a little bit, just a little bit. This is a 1UP Studios game, which is Brownie Brown. This was funded by that money that Nintendo's former executive president published to make his own like Square Enix partial. It's that whole era was weird. All right, so the Wikipedia article for this one is wild. Somebody got way into details, but then didn't even touch the reviews. But they're like, let me break down every single character class in exhaustive detail. It got a bunch of 7s. I don't know. Whatever. I haven't played it. Are there a bunch of sequels to this game? It is the sequels. Oh, I see.
I am back.
Okay. So yeah, I did a little bit of digging. This game got decent reviews.
Okay.
This is the sequel.
Oh,
So the original was on GBA.
gotcha.
And Nintendo of Australia decided to just not publish it, even though the rest of the PAL region did.
Hell yeah. So what are we giving it?
I, all right, I'm gonna judge it by this. Is the website still up? Which, according to this link, it might be. If the website's still up, then it gets an extra point. Damn it, it's not. Okay, we'll give it a 6.
Okay. Mario Hoops 3-on-3.
I played this at a PAX event, so we must now be in the era where I'm doing the podcast. I seem to recall it being fine.
I mean, 2006 is the year that the podcast started. This released before the podcast.
Okay, so maybe I play a different game.
Because the Wii launch,
I,
the Wii launch is when the podcast first started.
oh, I would have played the Mario 3 sports game that
Yeah,
came
Mario
out.
Sports Mix, which is different.
Yeah,
But that's a
okay.
Wii
All
game
right,
later.
I remember this game being reasonably well received.
It has Square Enix characters,
Yeah,
so you can play against a Cactuar.
6.
Okay. Star Fox
7, somewhere in
Command,
there.
that fanfic game.
I've played it twice now. It's a 7, I guess.
Okay. Mario vs. DK2, March of the Minis.
I didn't play 2.
Did you play Minis March again on DSi?
I think I did.
We'll get there some other time, like in the future, but this is just almost the same game.
I want to give Mario 3-on-3 one more picture for this picture of him. One more point for this picture of a Moogle.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass on ranking Mario versus DK2.
Okay.
If you want to put a score on it,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Clubhouse Games.
Did this review well?
Yes, it did.
I mean, I know it did. I know it did incredibly well.
It reviewed pretty well. It was like, oh, here's a lot of games, and you can play them through download play.
And yes, Clubhouse Games got a sequel 14 years later, and also did incredibly well.
Yes.
8.
Okay. Kirby Squeak Squad.
Oh, this game did very poorly.
Sure did.
And I played it like a 5.
Okay. Elite Beat Agents. This did very well among critic circles.
Yeah, it was either an 8 or a 9 among most reviewers.
Yes.
I
The industry
I would say,
loved it. Public less so.
yeah, I'd say a 9.
Okay. Yoshi's Island DS. The sequel to Yoshi's Island that everyone loves.
Yeah, this is where even people who like the series, it starts to fall off.
Yes.
6,
Okay.
because the floor falls out when you get to New Yoshi's Island.
Excuse me, Yoshi's New Island.
Yoshi's New Island, right.
Sudoku
It's the one-
Gridmaster.
They published a Sudoku game?
Yes.
I can't. I don't know.
Tenchu,
Maybe it's the
Dark
world's greatest
Secret.
Sudoku game. Wasn't this game like surprisingly competent?
I think so.
Secret. This again. Here we have our DS title.
Yes, uh-huh. They're not subtle
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, because we had an argument. Oh no, this game actually reviewed quite poorly at the time.
Okay.
I'm seeing 3.5s. I'm seeing some 5s. I'm seeing a 3. I'm seeing a 4.3. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say 4.
Okay. And then quickly, Children of Mana.
Children of Mana. I don't remember if this game was good or not. I didn't play it.
Delete. All right.
I want to know, so I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay. 6.8 for the year.
Okay. Let's see if Children of Mana was good. Search, please. Search, please. There we go. Thank you. The art for Children of Mana is really pretty.
Yeah.
6. Almost everyone gave it a 6.
Perfect.
It's amazing.
All right. Do you need to go to the bathroom before we go to 2007?
I'm okay right now.
Okay. 07. We have fewer games than the last year.
That's not a low bar.
GameCube is completely out. GBA only 1 game.
Okay.
They really killed the GameCube as fast as they could.
Please
WarioWare
stop buying GBAs.
Yes. WarioWare smooth moves.
Uh, I'd say 7.
Okay. We play.
We play is like a 4, but you got a Wii remote with it.
It's true.
So a 5.
Are you really gonna let that impact it? Okay.
Yeah, because I ended up getting a Wii remote cheaper with that because somebody wanted it off the shelf.
Yes. Super Paper Mario
Um,
was divisive at the time, but it was really good.
yeah, I liked it a lot. I would give it an 8.
Yeah. Mario Party 8.
This one did something different, didn't it?
Only by virtue of including motion controls.
Well, I mean, the rule is if you do something different, I'll give you back a point. So we're back up to what, 6? 5?
We're like at 6 or 7. 6.
Okay.
I was about to
I
say
thought we
these
had
scores
fallen all the way
are
to-
these scores are coming in way too hot because of your weird algorithm.
You know what? No, I'm gonna let this one be a 5 because I remember people being like, "Okay, guys, really, fucking come on."
Like, God, like, how are these Mario Party games getting rated so high?
I mean, a 5 is fair for this game. It's not fucking broken. If you like Mario Party, here's more goddamn Mario Party.
But Mario Party's actively, anyways. Big Brain Academy Wii degree.
That fucking title alone is. I didn't play it, but that title's amazing.
It's like a 4. They took a fucking touchscreen game and replaced it with a Wii remote cursor. It's not a good.
Yeah, I get that, but just the title
Yes.
alone, the audacity of it all.
Oh boy. Pokemon Battle Revolution, that is not even Pokemon Stadium because it doesn't even come with minigames. It is just, you can watch your Diamond and Pearl Pokemon battle on the TV, $50 disc.
It had it online.
It had online, so did the DS games.
You know what the other thing was about this game? It was the first Wii online game.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that because I remember doing the news on it.
Low bar.
I
would give it like a 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a 4.
Mario Strikers Charged.
People like this game, don't they?
Yep.
PokePal
has it right, but that's also a low bar. In an online that didn't require WEP security.
Nice. What would you say here?
What did we give the last one? I would give it like 1 point higher than, that was what, 2005. You give it a 7, I would give it an 8.
Okay.
Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
I feel like you got. God damn it!
It got mixed reviews.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. I think this is the best one of the series, personally. Okay. Fuck the critics.
Donkey Kong Barrel Blast.
That's not a real game.
This game sucks ass.
That's not a real game. I refuse to believe that's a real game.
4.
What the fuck is that?
Battalion Wars 2.
Oh, Bwee! The game that no one ever reviewed. Honest, it's never been reviewed by any reviewers. That's the one that Carl famously just sold his review copy. The son of a bitch. I played it. It's fine. It's like a 6.
Yes. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. You can find
8.
out how good it is if you have $500.
Yeah, 8. It's a really good game.
Yes.
It's
Super
more of the
Mario
same.
Galaxy.
Super Mario Galaxy?
Yes, 1.
That game was not received as a 1. That game was received as like a 10.
I know. I'm not saying 1. I'm saying the first Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were like giving me sass here. I'm like, all right.
No. There were 64, and then this was the second good 3D Mario game.
This game, again, people were like, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
Yes. Link's crossbow training.
This game would have been a lot better if it was about Terminator. I can't believe they punted on that plot. It was so good. Like 5.
1 second.
Look up the Tiny Kong redesign for Barrel Blast. I dare you.
Oh, that's cursed as hell. Goodbye. I don't know if that made it on the stream, but goodbye.
Barrel Blast brought back Lanky Kong.
Good.
Damn
it. All right.
Okay, well, thank you, Tiny Kong. Thank you, Tiny Kong in a halter top.
Final Fantasy VI Advance for the GBA.
I didn't play it.
9.
Okay.
All the rest of these are DS. That was the last GBA Nintendo game.
Okay.
Hotel Dusk, Room 215.
8. It was well reviewed.
At the same in the same year as Barrel Blast, Diddy Kong Racing DS by Rare. I think Rare's last Nintendo game.
Which was also well reviewed.
Yes.
Would you say 8's fair for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wario, Master of Disguise.
This game was not well reviewed.
This game was not well reviewed at all.
4.
That's generous. Custom Robo Arena.
I mean, you know what you have to do for me to start getting into 3s and stuff. Like, you've really got to fuck things up. Custom Robo Arena was okay, if I recall
It
correctly.
was fine. Forgettable.
Yeah. Like 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
This was sort of like the comeback, right?
People really liked this. It performed really terribly.
Yeah. I had this. I had
Yeah,
Pearl,
people like
I
Diamond and Pearl.
yeah, like 8 or a 9. It was well reviewed.
Okay.
I'll go with an 8. And the Underground was really cool.
Yes. Planet Puzzle League, which was Tetris DS but Puzzle League.
Well, it's not Tetris, so that's a drop down. 7, 8, somewhere in there.
Okay, 7. Picross DS.
I can't do that one.
7.
Yeah, like I said, I have the Picross problem of I just look at Picross and see the answer.
I mean, same, but
So I can't have fun with it. Just look at it and go,
I use it
"Oh."
to tune out. It's fine. It's like a jigsaw puzzle app for me. It's like, am I taxing my brain? Not particularly. Is it something enjoyable to do in the background? Yes. I can't do it as like my main focus. Brain Age 2. Didn't hit as
I don't have-
hard, but it was still pretty positively reviewed. It's a better game than the first one. It just was not as big as the first one. I would say like a 7.
Okay, I'll let you go. I got nothing, and I'm just staring at her Barrel Blast.
DK Jungle Climber.
Wait, which one's this?
Go look it up.
I'm working on it. Is this just DK Climber the sequel? Yes, it is. Except it's now on 2 screens versus 1
Yes,
screen.
like King of Swing, but 3D and 2 screen.
Okay.
So double
7?
the score of the last one.
Yeah, whatever times 2.
Yes, that one got King of Swing. We gave a 7, so this one gets a 14. It's only fair. Phantom Hourglass.
I want to take a pause for a second. There's a boss fight in DK Jungle Climber.
Yep.
Where it's K. Rool and you're climbing up his stomach and he's 2 screens tall.
God damn it.
It's pretty terrifying looking, actually. I like Phantom Hourglass a lot. It was well received at the time.
It was well received at the time.
I'm gonna say it was 9 received at the time.
Okay, yes. I feel like people didn't start turning on that until later.
They turned on it after
Spirit Track.
Yeah, which is funny because Spirit Track is probably a better game,
It is.
but it wears out its welcome faster because of the stupid locomos.
Yes. Walmart presents Chibi Robo Park Patrol.
One of the games that James Jones has smuggled out of North America as a member of Nintendo World Report. I never played it, although I've handled like 6 copies of it over the course of my life.
What did you give the original Chibi Robo? It's 1 less. 7, it's a 6.
Okay.
Flash Focus Vision Training in minutes a day.
How did the case feel? The case felt so soft. I didn't play Flash Focus
It's like a
Vision
4.
Training because I thought Nintendo had lost their fucking mind.
They'd had. Mario Party DS.
Mario Party DS, I refuse.
What was the last one? 5. This is a 4.
Okay.
Same year as 8 as well. They put out 2 Mario Parties in the same year.
Read the fucking Master of Illusion. Jesus Christ.
Yes, Master of Illusion. It came with a deck of cards.
What? All right, we need to talk.
Is this going to be a conversation that we have again in 2009?
No.
Okay.
What the fuck was going on at this point?
DS make big money.
Yeah, but like, so do you know who made Master of Illusion? I do know this because it's insane.
Not off the top of my head.
Aiding programmed it.
Hell
The
yeah.
fighting game company.
Hell yeah, they did.
The developer is listed as Tenyo, who is a Japanese playing card company.
Good.
Nintendo is the publisher. What happened?
The DS make sales go. Brrr.
But this is there's a screen in the Wikipedia article right now. The top screen is just two candles.
Yep.
One of them's lit, one of them's out.
Yes.
And the text says, "Which candle do you want to blow out? Point at it with your finger, then blow."
Yes.
What?
The trick is that it blows out the one that you want, but how does it do that? Because there's no camera. Which
Because
makes it
only
really
one of them-
funny when you play it on DSi, and it's like, how did it do that? There's no camera.
Gee, I wonder. So I want to point out though, the part that makes this really funny to me is that it's a Nintendo deck of playing cards
Yes.
manufactured by Tenyo,
Yes, and not Nintendo. Uh-huh. Yes.
a literal ass competitor of theirs,
Yes.
in the field of fucking playing cards.
Yes. All right. What is it out of 10?
It's madness out of 10.
It's a
It's
3.
it's somebody went and made a bunch of magic tricks and stuck them in a DS card. The audaciousness of it all.
6.4. Oh wait, do you need a break? It's a short year.
No, I'm fine. Around 9 of its magic tricks were released as separate pieces of DSiWare.
Yes. Endless Ocean, Wii.
I didn't play the first Endless Ocean.
Yeah, it's like a 7.
Okay, I played the second.
Brawl.
Brawl. It was like at the time it was like a 9,
Yes.
but there were some rumblings, but the average receipts were pretty good.
The online was immediately criticized. Like immediately criticized. But
Oh
everything
yeah,
else-
I mean, so I was definitely on RFN at this point
yes.
because there was the extended like weekly check-ins of Greg still doesn't have a release date because Europe got its release date months after North America got the game.
Yes. And North America got the game 2 months after Japan.
Right, but Europe still didn't have a release date.
Yes.
And there was the weekly check-ins of John and I deciding or giving an update of have our Wii's found each other, despite the fact we both entered each other's friend code.
God.
And then one day it just worked, and we were both just stunned.
What a fucking...
Yeah, Brawl's a 9, but
Yeah.
there's some. We never were able to play an online game together.
Honestly, the fact that... Spoilers for the next games. Brawl, Mario Kart Wii, and Wii Fit all came out within 6 weeks. Fucking, that was a banger 2 months.
Somebody might have wanted to shift the release schedule slightly.
Oh, yes, no, there's nothing for the back half of the year, basically. Mario Kart Wii.
Mario Kart Wii.
That was
that's
received
another
as a
9,
10.
isn't it?
It 9, yeah.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, I'm fine with it being a 10. Yeah, it
that
was
was-
received really well.
That was received as a fucking 10. Wii Fit.
Wii Fit was kind of also received as a 10 in a really strange
Yes,
way.
it was.
Maybe not by reviewers, but by the larger media it
Yes.
was.
Mario Super Sluggers. GX wants you to look through the list of characters. It's really long.
I'm looking at it. It's Wii Fit U helped me. So yeah, I mean these things are actually really useful. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Why are there so many characters?
there are a lot of characters. This game is, content-wise, better than the GameCube game. I just wish the motion controls weren't forced because they're less accurate.
Every character is babyfied. There's Piantas, so the game's losing a point for that.
It has fucking Kremlins.
It has Kremlins and it has K. Rool. It has a critter. It
Yep.
has. Oh my! There's multiple boos.
Yes.
There's a Wiggler
Yep.
for Wiggler Wednesdays.
Sure. That's what that's called.
There's multiple Piantas. I'm dumbfounded by this game's content.
It's really big. It's a
Is
good
it
game.
good though?
Yes.
Okay.
Again,
Then
only
we'll go with
criticism
that.
is that it has motion controls. I would give it an 8.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Wario Land Shake It. That lovely 16 by 9 masterpiece.
You wish it was 16 by 9. 4 by 3 in 2000 was this 2008?
8.
Yeah. It's still a really good game.
It sure is. Yeah.
8. It was received really well.
Whoops, that's a... Wii Music.
It was received very poorly.
It was received very poorly. It was received at like a 3.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd be willing to go as high as a 4, but no higher.
Animal Crossing City Folk was not received particularly well. It was received like, yeah, it's an Animal Crossing, it's neat, but like,
It was like a 7.
yeah, it was like received as like
ultimately.
a 7.
Yeah.
New Play Control Pikmin.
I don't remember how the new Play Control version was received, to be honest.
Uh,
I didn't. I seem to recall these not being super well received.
they didn't sell well, but they were like budget, like $30.
Yeah, they were
And-
cheaper.
And like the Pikmin game specifically upgraded really, really nicely.
Yeah.
Because it basically had the controls that Pikmin 3 ended up having.
Right. They're a bit different because Guillaume rumbles about them.
Right, but for the most part, like I mean, the AI is not the same, but the controls are basically the same.
The meta reviews were between the 8s and anywhere between 8 and a high 6, so 7s for the most part.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
WiiWare,
Oh God,
Dr. Mario Online RX.
I don't even remember that one. I know it's Dr. Mario, but
It's like a fucking 7. It's just Dr. Mario.
Okay.
My Pokemon Ranch,
oh, this fucking thing.
where
I
they-
remember the press release for this fucking
ugly
thing.
ass chibi. You could interact with it. There was quote unquote gameplay. It's more of a
So they
fucking game than Pokemon Box. Don't make this argument.
It fucking was 4, 3.
Wow, 3.
3.
I was about to say 4 is really generous. Magnetic.
I remember this game because I remember the press release and because it had pictures from the game embedded in it, and it was like, what the fuck?
Oh yes, Pokemon Ranch got a rare WiiWare patch in Japan to work with Platinum, but nowhere else.
Nice. Thanks, Tendo.
Like patching on WiiWare was so rare anyway.
Pokemon Ranch dressing.
Magnetica Twist, which was just the Magnetica DS game, but you twisted your wrist and it hurt.
Take a point off the Magnetica game.
I mean, no, because the Magnetica game was $35 and the WiiWare game was 10.
All right, well then leave that point in there.
I'll just say 5. I don't even know what we gave the other one. Art Style Orbiant.
I didn't play any of the art style stuff.
Jesus. Okay, I'll just rate it all then.
Remember,
Art
I was still having to work for money that I couldn't have a job.
2008.
I was in college at that point.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say Art Style Orbiant is 7. Art Style Cubello is a 7. Art Style Rotohex is a 5. Did you play Maboshi's Arcade?
No.
I would give that an 8. That game's that was one of the highlights that I was pushing on people before we were shut down.
Gotcha. This is right around the time I left college and actually had a job. So I was starting to get money.
Gotcha. Okay. Advance Wars Days of Ruin, the game that was a Club Nintendo only game in Japan until Club Nintendo shut down, and then they just put it on the 3DS eShop as a DS emulation.
Yeah. It's fine. Like 8, 7. What do you think? I think 8's fine for this.
It's fine. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness.
Fucking 3.
Okay. Nintendo Presents, Crossword Collection.
Tell me about The Rock. I will not tell you about The Rock. Crossword collect. I can't even review this game because it's not meant for me. Like it's
5.
just it's like it's not a game. It's a tool. It's an app.
Mystery Case Files Millionaire, which is a Big Fish Games hidden object game. They've released one every month on PC for years, except this one got ported to DS, so it was $35.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's like a fucking 3. Kirby Superstar Ultra.
This is the remake of
Superstar.
Yeah, 8. Is 100 classic books on this list. It should be.
It is.
Oh, for
When
fuck's
it comes
sake.
out. You just said it should be.
I was reading the chat.
Anyways, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia.
Yeah, I still haven't played the Pokemon Rangers.
3.
How did they get another one? He's that so fucking fat.
Yeah. Personal trainer cooking.
I remember this at an event.
They asked you to fucking shout into the DS microphone, next step.
Yeah, well, imagine doing that at E3.
Yeah, fucking 3. Game & Watch collection for the DS. This was the Club Nintendo one. It only had like
what's in
3
it?
games in it.
Oh, well then give it a 3.
Professor Layton in the Curious Village.
It would have been about an 8.
Okay.
I think that's about where it was received.
2009. Here we go.
GX wants to know, are personal trainer cooking and America's Test Kitchen Let's Get Cooking separate listings?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Okay. 2009. Buckle up. This is the year Nintendo put out the most shit they've ever put out in one year. Do you
Oh,
need a
God.
bathroom break?
Let's just get through it.
Okay. New Play Control Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. What if we took that game but removed the bongos?
You made it fun. 4.
New Play Control Mario Power Tennis. What if we took the GameCube game and made it widescreen and added Waggle?
We gave the other one like a 7, right?
Yep.
6.
Excitebots Trick Racing, only in the US.
7. That game was actually pretty good.
It is. Punch Out.
I got
Wii.
I got a copy of that game just recently.
Nice.
Punch Out Wii. 9. That game was really well received.
Sure was. No, it's too hot for
Hi,
Europe.
Nick.
Japan got it through Club Nintendo GX.
High next level games.
Yes.
Hello.
Wii Sports
Was that the
Resort.
first one?
Oh, was that
Was that the-
first what?
Was that the first partnership game with them?
No, that was Mario Super Strikers.
Oh,
And then
okay. You're right. You're right.
Strikers
You're right.
Charged.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Wii Sports Resort.
9. That was really well received as well.
Metroid Prime Trilogy. All 3 of them, first 2 got 16:9 motion controls.
All right, you're gonna have to help me here. Did it get did this get like out of the water reviews, or was it people like
This got 10s. Pretty
Okay,
much across
and
the
that-
board.
10s? Okay. You can't fix Prime 2 if you still get hurt by the miasma in an exploration game. Sorry.
So 9 or 10.
10.
Okay. Wii Fit Plus.
Wii Fit Plus.
So it added.
This was like
It was like a $20 disc if you already had the bounce board. Otherwise, it
Yeah.
just replaced Wii Fit on the shelves. It added
and it
fitness routines.
yeah. So just basically, I would just say the same score ultimately.
Okay. So that was a 10.
I guess we can't go higher. So yeah.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Do Super Mario Brothers Wii? Like a 9.
Okay. Lawn
It
Puss.
did really well. Oh, what was it?
Lawn Puss. WiiWare.
I got nothing. No idea what that even is.
It's a fucking DLC factory. 5. It's a fucking physical board puzzle game.
Okay.
Bonsai Barber. WiiWare.
6.
Rock and Roll Climber.
For the idea, 10. For the name, a 10. For the game, a 4. So let's go with another 6.
Okay. Picture Book Games Pop-Up Pursuit. WiiWare.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. That sounds made up.
It's a 5.
That's the ultimate, like, this is a game you just made up,
No, it's
right?
not.
One of these is fake.
Nope. You, Me, and the Cubes.
We did this one for the
Yes.
retroactive. 6. It's not that interesting.
It was actually fairly well at the time, but yeah. Excite Bike World Rally.
I got nothing on it.
4. It looked fucking ugly as hell.
Okay.
Doc Lewis's Punch Out. We can delete
Was
this
it-
if you don't want to count it. It was never sold separately.
Yeah, I would struggle to. It did let you No, you just fought Doc Lewis. That was all it did, right?
There were 3 matches against Doc Lewis. That was it.
Yeah, I would say delete it.
Okay. Pokemon Rumble, the very first one. It was $15 Wii U.
This was a Wii game, not a Wii U game, right?
WiiWare, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You hold the Wii remote sideways like an NES controller. You walk forward with the D-pad and you mash the 2 button, and then you win.
I know at least one person who really liked this game.
This game's garbage.
I'm gonna say 6.
Okay.
They reused the fuck Pokemon Rumble. They reused the models from Pokemon Ranch.
They sure did.
That person is, yes, she is a danger to society. I agree.
Doc Lewis should have been DLC. There was no patching and barely any DLC on the Wii. You have to remember that this was 2009.
If they ever found a way to re-release that game, I would imagine they would just put the Doc Lewis content in there.
Yeah, for sure. Eco Shooter Plant 530 by our friends at Intelligent Systems.
What the fuck even is that game?
That is a fucking 3-level first-person shooter. It's very bad.
I know the name because the name is just nonsense. But yeah, I've never actually seen it.
It's like a fucking 3.
Okay,
it's really straight up not good. All right, DS games. Personal Trainer Math.
What's 5 minus 1?
4.
Fucko.
Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. The one that killed the series getting localized.
Yeah, like 7.
Pokemon
Shadow Dragon. Did Shadow Dragon have the the casual mode?
No, that was the very next game. The one that they skipped over. The remake of
the one we
Fire
didn't
Emblem
get.
3. Yes.
Yeah.
Pokemon Platinum. It was received pretty well,
know.
like an 8.
Okay.
Rhythm Heaven DS. As advertised by Beyonce.
Yeah. 9. It was well received, except for fucking Flockstep.
Oh, you mean Lockstep. Flockstep was the bird game on Wii.
Okay.
Personal Trainer Walking, which has in-app gameplay elements, and fuck you GX. Legendary Starfy is also a game.
Lockstep was the one where it would have you play off the rhythm.
Yes, Lockstep, yes.
Yeah, which is like just an absolutely evil thing to do in that series.
Personal Trainer Walking.
No. I
Yes,
refuse.
it's a game.
I refuse. I will not.
3. The Legendary Starfy.
Comes with pedometers.
Yes.
Legendary Starfy was actually decently reviewed, wasn't it?
Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver also came with pedometers. Your point?
Yeah, but this is different. This is a different game. Legendary Starfy was well reviewed, but I didn't play it, so I can't.
It's good. It's a little basic, but it's good. Like a 6.
Okay.
It's like fine.
Apparently, there's a Koro comic.
Yes. This was actually either Starfy 4 or Starfy 5, because there was a whole bunch of GBA games that just never got localized.
This is This is 5. Although it's
What?
Yes. This
Starfy
is
or
5.
Fossil Fighters?
Starfy.
Okay.
I
Fossil Fighters.
reviewed Fossil Fighters actually. So I'll just give it what I gave it then.
It's pretty good. Yes,
Yeah,
Nintendo
it
does own Fossil Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
entirely
I'll tell a story about Fossil Fighters while I'm pulling up my review. So we were at an E3 a few years ago, and they had Fossil Fighters, the last one.
the 3DS game.
Yeah, but they weren't showing it at the floor. They were only showing it inside their media booth. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
But they refused to show it to us. They only showed it to a group of children they bussed in.
Oh, I remember this. Yes.
Even though children aren't allowed at E3. I don't even know where they got these kids from, but they're the only ones who got to play Fossil Fighters at E3. Why even bring it? What's the fucking point? They flew the fucking people making Fossil Fighters from Red Entertainment in so some kids could play it, but not anybody in the press.
Good.
It's complete nonsense. I gave it a 7, so a 7 it is.
7 it is. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. This is held up as the best game in the series.
I will concede to whatever.
8.
Okay.
Alright, this next one's gonna physically hurt you, so get ready.
Okay.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, which I have it on exceptionally good authority. There is a community out there who genuinely, truly believes that Explorers of Sky is one of the best games ever made.
Well, it's nice to find people who indulge your wrongness. I haven't played Sky. Maybe Sky's a lot better than.
No, it's not.
Then it's a 3. Like, here's the thing. Mechanically, those games are okay. The problem is that those games have no concept of your time, and it becomes this like, it's repetitive. But then it's like, okay, the next save spot is 90 floors away.
Yes. Style Savvy for the DS.
Style, I don't know.
The first one was received okay. The 3DS is where it got really, really good.
Okay.
The first one was
All
fine. Which is the best Style Savvy? The most recent Style Savvy. Which is 3DS eShop only in the United States. Style Savvy, I will give a 7 to. Spirit Tracks.
Say an 8. It was well-ish received. The blowback came pretty fast afterwards, though.
Hell yeah, Explorers of Sky soft locks your game if you tried to evolve a Pokemon with more than 8 characters.
Great. No,
Hell
why
yeah.
why wouldn't you just refuse to test such basic features?
Hell yeah. I love passing lot check. I do it all the
So
time.
here's the thing. So if it soft locks your game, you don't have to play it anymore.
I love lot check. Do you want to go back and give it a 4 then?
No.
Okay. Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box.
This is getting close to the crescendo for the series, but it's not there yet. So I'm going to say it's still an 8.
Okay. The following 40 to 50 games are all DSiWare.
Okay.
Art style.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Fuck me.
I told you this is the year they've never put out more than 2009, and it's all DSiWare.
Oh my god.
Art style Aquia.
I don't know.
7.
I
Bird
can't
and
keep the art
Beans.
style straight in my head. Bird and Beans. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Double what the fuck ever. Fucking Zach
6.
gave it. 6? Okay.
6 or 7. Fuck it. I want to get away from this conversation.
Brain Age Express, math.
I actually had this because it was on the DSi XL. It was some fucking math. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You gotta rate it.
6, 7. Fuck it. It's
Okay.
I mean, it's like, how do you rate this thing?
By the way, okay, so there's 81 cells. We're on 33 right now, and I want to be clear. This is gonna have the lowest score possible because of how many games there are.
Okay.
Thank you for the 2 10s in a row, sandwiched by 3 9s. We're gonna have a really low score.
Okay.
Master of Illusions Express Funny Face.
3.
WarioWare Snapped.
Where's Snap 2? 1. It
one.
doesn't work. It
doesn't
didn't work in my apartment.
Master of Illusion Express Shuffle Games. Yes, all of these are $2 for one individual trick, and frequently the trick is just it's like learn how the AI works, like learn how each image is generated so that you can fool your friends who doesn't know there's a trick.
I want to look at what Master of Illusion Shuffle Games is.
Oh yes,
I'm just
please,
curious.
please have Google open for this, or like a fucking Wikipedia page. Like I beg you to know what Master of Illusion Express games are.
So you want to see a movie then, huh? How did you know? Okay, let's go then. When they're mixed up, say them aloud in order. Golf, dining, movies. Stop! Shuffle them with the shuffle button. The order's been switched. Okay. Why is there a manga baked into this useless trash game?
Anyways, so what's the score?
I 2, because fuck you. Why are you doing this?
GX, fuck you, why are you doing this, is the answer to your question. Dr. Mario Express, which is one of the best things they've ever put out on DSiWare. It's just Dr. Mario.
Yeah, 6? It's Dr. Mario?
Okay. Master of Illusion Express, Deep Psyche.
Why do we keep doing this?
This is
All right,
all of them in release order.
All right, let me look at what that was. Why? Like who woke up? What sick son of a bitch woke up and said, "Nah. We're going to re-release these Master of Illusion shit from DSiWare." And who didn't just immediately like take out a bottle of alcohol, down the whole thing just so that they could smash it on their head? What's wrong with you? All right, it was $2.
Yes, all of the Master of
excuse me.
Illusion Expresses were $2, but that doesn't
was
justify
two-
it.
It was 2,000 Nintendo DSiWare points.
200.
200, yes. After choosing a number, the final number will always end up being 50807041. After this, the game will ask the player to turn the system upside down, and it will appear to read, "I hold 8DS."
Yes. That's the
Today's
entire
special,
trick.
you will be asked to choose a number from a few lines that, when combined, it will always add up to today's date. Fuck you.
That's the entire trick. That's the entire trick.
One, and I'm mad. I'm very mad.
GX says that this was revenge by the rival card company.
I hold 8DS. What does 8DS even mean here?
Paper Plane, which is also from WarioWare Inc. Just like Bird and Beans. It's just
For
content.
fine. It's fine, but like why?
Clubhouse Games Express Card Classics.
I don't know.
4.
6.
Oh, sure.
4. Okay,
6.
whatever.
Animal Crossing Calculator. They marketed these as fucking games.
Oh no! I had a woman with tethered to a DS walk up to me at E3 to make me demo Mario Calculator.
Yes, they marketed these as games. They in the press
And
release they were really like, and watch Mario run left to right.
Just give it a 10 out of spite. So she walks up to me and she's like, "Would you like to play a game?" And I'm like, "I guess," because I was waiting in line for something else. And she's like, "It's called Mario Calculator." And I looked up at her and like made eye contact for like a full half second, and was like, "Nah." And then I went down and I did some math, and I'm like, "He sure loves math." And I handed her it back. I'm like, "I'll just stand in line, thanks."
Do you want to play with my calculator? Is it a graphing calculator? No.
It's a Mario Calculator. Fuck off.
Okay, our Animal Crossing calculator, score out of 10. It functions as a calculator.
2. It functions as a calculator. Congrats.
Animal Crossing clock, separate purchase.
2. It's also a clock.
Art style, but the clock doesn't display, obviously, if you close the fucking system.
Oh, I know. That was also in the demo. That was it. It was Mario Clock she was demoing. She handed me a DS with just Mario Clock on it.
Perfect. Art style Pictobits. People really liked this. This was a high point for DSi.
They do. It was like an 8.
Yes.
People really like this thing.
Photo Clock, which is just, what if there's no Nintendo theme and it just pulls photos from your DSi photo app?
Yeah, that was just part of the DSi XL. Or the DSi.
No, it came pre-installed on the DSi XL on certain limited versions. It was a $2 purchase for everyone else.
Jesus Christ. 1. Fuck off.
Okay.
This is only slightly better than that game that was just a light, where it made your DS screen turn to maximum brightness.
Pictobits and Picopict are the same games, yes. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March Again, which is an actual full game. $8.
Is it good?
It's a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game. It is of average quality, but by DSiWare standards, it's a 10. By Mario vs. Donkey Kong standards, it's a 6.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
6 it is. Mario Calculator.
Fuck off. 2.
Mario Clock.
I want you to 1. I want you to think about the absurdity of standing in line to play a Wii game, and an attractive woman with a DS tethered to her like it's an umbilical cord walks up and hands it to you, and you look down and realize it's Mario Clock.
Yes.
and you're like, oh, did somebody put it in the menu while instead of the demo? And then she's like, no, the demo is Mario Clock. Like,
Yes.
think of the emotions I had in that like 30-second window. I had a lot of them. None, none of them were good.
Spin 6. And if you don't know what this is, please Google it.
Is it SIX or
Yes.
is it the number?
SIX for DSiWare.
I sometimes E3 is weird. Sometimes E3 is nothing but weird. It's just Bejeweled, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good, thanks. Actually, it's got good reviews. It's got really good reviews. Like 8s.
We can give it a fucking 7 if you want.
Sure. All right, here's the first comment on the Nintendo Life review.
Yes.
So another puzzle game on DSiWare that's actually fun? Question mark? It's like, wow. DSiWare was dark.
Oh, yes. Art style, Box Life. No, Pentatentacles is not this year, because we're done with WiiWare. All of this is DSiWare until the very end. Art style, Box Life. Which is like a 6. Art style base 10, which is like a 4. And art style Zen-Gage, which is like a 2.
I'm fine with those.
And then art style Precipice is like a 4.
Okay.
Brain Age Express, arts and letters.
My favorite category, arts and letters.
This is the US name, not the European name, because that would be a little bit of...
Yeah, it'd be a little
Chotto.
bit of arts and letters.
Yes, Chotto.
Can't believe they did that.
Of course they did. It's Nintendo of Europe. Anyways. It's like a fucking 4, maybe.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to be nice to Nintendo of Europe now, or can we still make fun of them?
Oh, we can still make fun of them.
Okay, good.
Flipnote Studio, which they called a game, and I did a lot of research on this.
It was like an 8 or a 9. It was really well received.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. Brain Age Express, Sudoku, which ended up being the 4th Sudoku game on DSiWare.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Including one
this was
by EA that was just called Sudoku.
Yes. Yes, that came
and-
up on... That improbably came up during RFN yesterday.
It ended up becoming one of the fucking hack points to use to jailbreak and homebrew your 3DS.
Of course. I don't know. Like, whatever. Skip.
3. Puzzle League Express.
Was it good?
It was
Good
as
Puzzle
good as
League?
Dr. Mario Express, which we gave a 6.
Don't we do that again.
Clubhouse Games Express Family Favorites.
Let me see what's on that one. This weird era of them just splitting things up.
Yep. Oh, no, we haven't even gotten there yet.
Clubhouse Games Express Family Favorites. Called Chotto Asobi Taizen
Yes.
Otagaru Trump in Japan.
Jesus Christ.
It was Hearts, Contact Bridge, Dominoes, Ludo, and Dots, and Boxes.
Fucking 2 then?
You're like a 3. It sounds.
Those games are terrible. Especially Ludo.
Oh God.
Art Academy First Semester. $8. Actually quality software developed explicitly as DSiWare.
These were actually reviewed really well, didn't they?
Yeah, I would give both of them like an 8.
Yeah, I was like 8. I thought one of these hit a 9. I don't remember which one it was. I don't
Yeah,
think it was the DSiWare one.
There's first semester and second semester, and then the next year they put both of them on a cartridge and just called it Art Academy.
I think that's the one that hit like a 9.
Yeah. Like, genuinely, the Art Academy shit, really good across, like, all the iterations. There are a lot of art iterations, but they're all really, really good art tools.
I mean, Disney let them make one.
Yep, and Pokemon let them make one.
Yep.
Clubhouse Games Express Strategy Pack.
Jesus Christ. Why do we keep doing this? Why do we just keep making Clubhouse games, like,
Oh, don't worry.
chopped down?
You're gonna need a lot of Googling later.
Oh, man.
You're gonna need to
I'm
Google
trying to
most of these, so keep tabs open.
Is it strategy games?
Strategy pack.
Strategy pack. I don't see it on here.
Excellent.
Why?
I promise it exists.
So on the Nintendo Wiki, this one is under the category of pages with script errors.
Perfect. Here. Let me search.
Let's see. There we go. I got Clubhouse Games Express Strategy Pack. There we
Yes.
go. Onajimi Table.
Sure. Connect
It
5
can-
is one of them.
Backgammon, Connect 5, Field Tactics, Grid Attack, and Turncoat. I don't know what any of those are.
That's a 3.
Japanese one features Connect 5, Hasami Shogi, Koi Koi, Shogi,
That's a better fucking pack.
and Turncoat. It's got Koi Koi.
That's got fucking God damn it. Alright.
And I mean Shogi, like, have fun.
I like Shogun.
Have fun learning weirdo chess.
Pinball Pulse, The Ancients Beckon. I want to be clear, these aren't third-party games. And GX is basically demanding that you watch the videos for this. And link to you a video.
Let's watch a video for fucking Pinball Pulse, The Ancients Beckon. This made-up ass game.
It's Nintendo published. Every game here is Nintendo published.
The icon is just a Greek statue looking back and forth.
Yes.
Also, I like that somebody just posted a video capture, like literally with the camera sideways on YouTube.
Yes.
What the fuck? Who dares? Oh my god, why is it just like literally a pinball table? Is this the whole game? Just this one
Yes,
pinball table?
I think so.
I mean, it's kind of technically impressive.
Like a 5? Nintendo published it.
6?
Sure.
It's a fancy looking table.
Get the fuck ready. Here
I mean,
we go. Oh.
I'm just captivated by the video.
Crash Course Domo.
Oh my god.
Welcome to DSi.
We're now in the realm of crap.
Crash Course Domo, James. Make
Yeah,
sure you
my
get
favorite game.
Make sure you get the right Domo game.
All right, so not even the Nintendo Wiki gives a fuck about this game. It's a
They
DSiWare game developed by Nintendo and stars popular energy character Domo as the main playable character. In this game, Domo will ride a bicycle and attempt to get to the end while avoiding obstacles. It consists of various other objects, including bike riders and holes in the ground. The character is controlled via the D-pad. The player can give him a boost by driving over as much as normal marked tracks.
That's
The
all
modes
it
in
is.
this game include normal, tour, hard, time attack. That's the whole fucking article developed by fucking Suzak of all people.
Yes, no, they made all 5 Domo games, Chariot Goblin.
I don't know. I review this 3 beers out of the 6-pack.
2 it is.
Oh my god.
Hard Hat Domo.
Why?
Don't forget
what-
Pro Putt Domo, Rock and Roll Domo, and Whitewater Domo.
Are we here but to suffer? Hard Hat Domo.
Apparently,
I
Pinball
don't-
Pulse was made by the developer of Metroid Prime Pinball.
I can believe it.
Hard Hat Domo.
I don't know. According to Domo no Fushigi Terebi.
Yeah, Domo is equal to Kutar.
No.
Yes.
Kutar. This game doesn't even have a Nintendo Wiki article. I can't do anything with this.
Just Google it.
Why? Why are we doing this? Can I just pass?
2. Pro Putt Domo. It's a mini golf game.
4. Mini golf is at least like there's a minimum floor here.
Rock and Roll Domo. I don't even remember what this one is.
It's not even real.
Yes, it
None
is.
None of this is real. I don't
Google
believe
it.
you. The world is a vampire. Nintendo Life gave Rock and Roll Domo a 6,
What?
which is amazing because it's not a real game.
4.
It's a rhythm game.
Sure. Whitewater Domo. It's a rafting game.
I mean, yeah, I figured.
GX, don't make me give you a timeout.
Whitewater. I can't.
There's a
Oh,
hyphen.
all right. Is it hyphened?
Yes. There's a hyphen in all of these.
But there's no hyphen in Whitewater. That's
Correct. White-water Domo.
I keep getting Denpa Men as the result.
3. Let's move on from Domo.
Oh, please.
Is there more Domo in 2010? I think there is. No, that's it for Domo.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Picture Book Games, The Royal Bluff. It's a terrible strategy game. 3.
Great.
Sparkle Snapshots, which is a competitor to Photo Clock, developed by Atlas. Published by Nintendo.
Why are we here but to suffer?
It's based on fucking photo booths in arcades with like
Yes,
sparkles and flowers.
Oh, yeah.
2. Alright, here's where the Google comes back.
Okay.
Electroplankton, Beatness. They split up every single Electroplankton. And
The
sold
game
them
that we couldn't.
all
that we couldn't-
individually.
I want to remind you that we couldn't score Electroplankton before either.
Yes, but now there's the audacity to consider. Especially because of how fucking simplistic all of them are by one. One by one.
3.
Han and Bao.
Do what now?
Electroplankton, Han and Bao.
Oh, this is the
Smash Stage.
text. The stereotypical image of it. I don't know. 3. It
Nano.
was $2.
All of these are. Electroplankton, Nanocarp.
You know, I like my carps very small.
3. Electroplankton, Trappy.
What? Why? Like what? Why did they do this?
3. Electroplankton, Rec, which is called that because you speak into and sing into the DSi microphone and then manipulate it, just like the fucking built-in sound app, but this one is $2 and has pretty visualizers.
Okay, 4 it is then.
Art Style DigiDrive by Q Games.
People like this one a lot.
People do. 8.
Yeah.
Electroplankton, Loop.
Why? It just keeps happening.
This is in release order through the year. There was a small break where they gave us a good art style game, and then they were like, fuck you, back to the Electroplankton. They released 80 games this year, or 81 games this year.
Okay.
52 weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot. I can't even find results for Lumi Loop.
3 it is.
Madness.
Electroplankton, Luminero.
I must sleep.
3. You have to Google this next one.
Okay.
Electroplankton, Sun Animalcule.
Which SUN what?
SUN space animal,
Okay.
and then in the same word CULE, like molecule except animalcule.
I want all the pain to stop.
Oh yes,
Pain.
these are absolutely just all the original game but busted up.
Yeah, but the pain won't stop. The pain just keeps coming. Use the stylus to place the plankton eggs. The plankton emit light as they grow. 2? Is this even a game? This doesn't feel like a game anymore. This feels like this was like a trial.
Don't worry, there's only 2 more. Electroplankton, marine crystals. You good there, James?
I'm dying. All these games look the same.
They're all different, I promise. I promise they would love to sell you $2 them all for $2 each.
I mean, like you look at images and you're like, that looks like the other game.
Yes.
With that looks like the other 3 Electroplankton games. It's got 1 review. It's from Nintendo Life. They gave it a 6.
3 it is. Electroplankton, VAR voice, which is like Rec where you use the DSi microphone, except somehow different.
Okay, well then give it a 4 because it's different.
Last 3. Get ready for Google. And then we're
All
done
right.
with 2009.
Great.
Master of Illusion Express, Mind Probe.
DSiWare was a mistake.
DSiWare. People were so sad that DSiWare were starting to get delisted. And I'm sitting there thinking, really?
The wrong shit was getting delisted.
Nintendo shit was fucking terrible.
Use the Nintendo. All right, I'm gonna read the Nintendo website blurb because I remember the DSiWare blurbs and they were terrible. Using your DSi system to amaze your friends by somehow detecting their likes and dislikes. Master of Illusion Express titles are mind-boggling magic tricks that you perform with your Nintendo DSi
They are mind-boggling.
Learn the illusions, practice up, and then amaze your friends. Master of Illusion Express, Mind Probe uses your Nintendo DSi system as a means of detecting information. Ask a spectator to write down their favorite or least favorite item, person, food, clothing, color, for example, and then be astonished when the Nintendo DSi system sounds an alarm to indicate when that item is spoken. Use any variation of likes or dislikes to stun the crowd.
I think you just hit a button on the DS behind your back.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. One. You fucks. Like you broke me. You broke me. You did it, 18. You broke me.
2 more. Master of Illusion Express, Matchmaker.
I want to point out that instead of getting Master of Illusions Express, Matchmaker, you know what Aiden could be doing?
Anything.
You know how long it's been since we've had a Bloody Roar game? It's been a while. I'm just saying.
Do we want to go back and lower the score for the original Master of Illusion now that you've looked at this?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll go back to it when this is over. Matchmaker.
Or a little bit of ellipses. Magic made fun, Matchmaker.
Yes.
Fuck you, NOE. Master of Illusion Express titles are mind-boggling magic.
Skip to the Matchmaker.
If you weren't around for the Nintendo DSiWare press release, they did reuse content from week to week pretty heavily.
Oh yeah.
Master of Illusion Express Matchmaker includes 2 tricks that use your Nintendo DSi system as a way of revealing information about others. Isn't that what the last one did?
Yes.
Use photo diagnosis, trick and... There's a grammatical error in this.
Yes.
Use photo diagnosis, trick and stun others while taking 2 simple photos pinpoints their exact age. Wait. Use photo diagnosis, trick and stun others, 2 trick and stun others, when taking only 2 simple photos to pinpoints their exact age.
You write it on the touchscreen.
Or have Matchmaker trick show that another person has a similar choices for favorite dates or food as you do. Who knows? You could even land a date or make a new friend. No one will be your friend if you play this game. 1 for lying.
All right.
This was like that that bingo game where it was like it'll change your world or some bullshit in the press release. And I asked Neil if I could review it by that standard, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't care." But then somebody else grabbed the code before I did.
Shit. All right. Final
I was gonna like give it a 0 because I walked around and didn't feel my world change.
Final game of 2009.
Okay.
Master of Illusion Express: psychic camera.
Is it really? Is the camera psychic?
I think psychic camera may be DSi exclusive. That may not have been in the original because of the camera function.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta have the or a little bit of magic made fun. Psychic camera. Master. Okay. Blah blah blah. Measure fucking idiot friends. Your audience will never look at your Nintendo DSi system the same way again. Well, that's not necessarily a good thing. After Master of Illusions Express: psychic camera proves that it has psychic powers. Astound others by taking their picture and revealing an item, such as a card, picture, letter, or number that they're thinking about. All right. So the Nintendo DSi shop actually grammatically writes that sentence correctly. The only difference is astound others with taking their pictures reveals an item such as a card, picture, letter, number of which they are thinking.
Amazing.
So like, we're not going to end it with a dangling participle here. Why?
What's the score? Is it another one?
Sure.
4.75, the lowest.
I hurt. Others will definitely be astounded that you paid for that and then involve them.
There's a lot of DSiWare. Turns out DSiWare is a time. What did we give the base? I gotta go back and find it now. 07? Yeah, we gave it a 3. Do you want to lower that now?
No, 3's fine because you get all those games.
You do get all of those games, but it added a deck of cards. But it was also like $35.
Look, a nice deck of cards is worth at least $10. So
it's like a $2 deck of cards, I think.
Well, it's a Nintendo published deck of cards. They didn't even bother to make themselves.
Exactly. Probably because it was cheaper to sign an external deal.
We could have had Bloody Roar 4.
Anyways, thank you for going through DSiWare. Look forward to 2010 when there's another 30 DSiWare games.
God!
Let's go through 2010 and then be done with DSiWare.
No, I'm completely cooked.
Come on. You don't want to go through Game & Watch Judge versus Game & Watch Chef?
I definitely don't want to do that right now. Also, there was a Bloody Roar 4. I did not realize that.
What about Nintendo Countdown Calendar?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyways, people fucking go back to DSiWare and just point out the fucking, like, My Notebook series, and yes, that's ridiculous, but it's not like Nintendo was setting a better standard.
No, the My Notebook was just funny because they would literally write the exact same press release and just change the color in it.
Yes.
And so you would go week to week. Well, it was funny for that, and it was funny for when they invited us to that hotel in LA for an event for their weird Pac-Man Escape Vector thing.
Yes.
GX. And we just asked them why, and they said, "Well, so you can have more pages."
Yes. GX DIY Showcase is a game. It comes with games pre-installed. It's playable without the DS game.
God, DSiWare Showcase. I legitimately, the moment when that was their answer, when they said, because there's a 90-page limit, and so if you buy other colors, you get more pages. I was like, okay, we're done here. I have no further questions. Yeah. I maybe even just said, I have no further questions. I was just like, oh, this is the fucking worst.
Anyways, yeah, 2009, we deleted one game, but there were 81 games originally. They've never put out more in a single year. And remember,
so bad.
We opened with Punch-Out!, Wii Sports Resort, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Wii Fit Plus, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which was 9, 9, 10, 10, 9. And it's the lowest score. Because the fucking DSi came out.
This flood of DSiWare garbage.
2010 has 60 games.
Oh, God.
2011 has 33.
Yeah.
2012, 31. 2013, 30. 2014, 29. 2015, 33. 2016, 32. 2017, 32. 2018, 29. 2019, 25. 2020, 18.
18 sounds lovely.
They had, like, no games this year.
18 sounds great right now.
Well, there's one
Versus
decade to
flipping
go.
those numbers.
We didn't even make it a fucking decade.
Well, I mean, it took a while to get through the shit.
Oh, it sure did. We started with Super Mario Sunshine and we ended with Master of Illusion Express Psychic Camera.
I need to sleep.
Thank you, everyone.
I saw GX. Goddamn it! I saw Badge Arcade in that list.
Yes, you did. All right, have a great night, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
so much. Bye-bye.